If you're looking for exclusive content, please don't look any further than joining the Trap Talk Patreon family. Some of the best reptile keepers in this industry are part of the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you connect to a Discord. You can also tap into an Instagram group chat, connect with some of the most diverse keepers we have in the reptile hobby today. Shout out to my Patreon members and be ready for Trap Fest 2026. It's going to be one of the biggest events yet. Find all information again in the very first link in the description below. And again, thank you so much to all my fellow Patreon members out there. Cheers. Shout out to US ARC and all the US ARC members. If you don't know what US ARC is, do not be ashamed. Simply click on the third link in the description below. Go to usarc.org. See what it's all about. See how you can actually protect your own collection whenever a legislation might hit your backyard. You just never know. Things are changing constantly in the reptile hobby, and it's good to know when things are creeping up in your area. So shout out to Phil Goss, shout out to Vanessa, shout out to Jeremy, shout out to all the US ARC supporters and teammates out there. Cannot wait to see how much we fight this year to keep our animal rights. And if you're not a US ARC member, talk to your fellow keepers and just let them know what US ARC's all about, and they're here to protect our animal rights. Shout out to US ARC and all the US ARC supporters.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Trap Talk Reptile Network, coolest reptile network in the world. Episode 741, New Breed on the Block recap episode with holy thumbnail, man. I mean, listen, it's only gay if you make eye contact. Listen, we have a great podcast in store for all you guys. And that, dude, I think any ball python market hater is in trouble tonight. That's all I got to say. All right. Facts are going to be said. All right. If it's one thing that my man Nick from Big Borg is passionate about, is the ball python game. So you guys are in for a treat, dude. But listen, I'm your boy MJ. If this is your first time tapping in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, select all. You'll be reminded every episode dropped out of the network 7 days a week. And you'll definitely won't miss these Mondays with me and Big E Top G Villarino Reptiles, who did not approve this thumbnail, and I made it anyways. I'm sorry, dude. I know I didn't mean to keep you on it without me and just that dude, the homie Nick. I hope you're
Hey, when you're sure of yourself, it don't fucking matter, bro.
That's so true.
I don't go fuck. Hey, you know what I thought about? You know what I thought to myself? Even though he said me pissed as fuck, I thought, yo, let's just come on this bitch with no shirt.
I'm not
let's just
there
all
yet.
start singing. I'm too sexy for my shirt. I mean, listen, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. I saw that post, right?
Yeah.
And there's this cat that I vend with sometimes, and I know this cat hasn't been in the gym in 20 years, probably, right?
God. Yeah.
And he's fucking assessing this guy's chest. That's weird, Papa. That's weird, Papa. Okay? You tell him to hit the incline and shit and hit the bench. I mean, God bless. God bless.
Yeah, that is some heavy stuff, dude. But listen, another fun-packed Monday night we have in store. But you know how this goes, man. We want to know how Big E's weekend went down. How anything eventful happened? What happened this weekend, dude?
Saturday, I was cleaning in the adult room. I paired a bunch of stuff. Breeding season is on the way. It's going, man. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to the future. What's coming? Just doing what we do, man. Feeding hard. You know.
Yeah.
I'm off for a few weeks before we go to Tucson. I'm feeling good, you know.
Nice. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're chilling right now as far as shows go. And you get kind of getting energized up for the next one coming up, Tucson. Yeah. I mean, that's going to be. What's the hour drive on that one, or are you flying?
We're flying.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, we're flying out to that one. Alvaro's going too. We're gonna go a day early, and we're gonna have a good time out in Sedona. Awesome. This coming weekend's my daughter's baby shower, so I'm excited about that.
Wow, dude, congrats.
Yeah, bro, life is moving fast, as you see with your family. You know?
Well, it's funny. I mean, I'm just now visiting chapters that you've been through a long time ago, but now it's cool to see you excited for the next big phase. Which I'm no offense, but I'm good on being a grandpa right now.
Yeah, you still got this.
Dude, you don't give me a grandpa vibe. You still give me big E dad. Don't fuck with my daughter vibe. You know what I mean? Just so you know.
We started really young, bro. So
yeah, it's all good. It's all blessings, man. I mean, listen, I hope I get to see that someday. You know what I mean?
You will.
I feel like that's every parent's dream, to see their kids have kids, and it's like, you know, a typical breeder, right? That's what we like to see. It's like, that's, you know, we want to see our productions make more productions. And so congrats, man. When is that happening?
This Saturday. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, dude. Well, give your family my love. I'm really excited to see that. And again, dude, shout out to tonight's guest. There's so many reasons why I'm excited to have Nick on. First and foremost, he doesn't hold back, dude. Like, ask the guy a question, he's going to fucking give it to you. And he's a good friend of Ryan Young's. I think I mentioned that to you. So his, you know, ball pythons is what he's passionate about, but the guy has multiple species under his belt. So he comes from a place of experience, but dude, he bends like a motherfucker. He grinds. And so he has a lot to say where he feels like the market's at, because he's in the market. So what's cool is, like, instead of us always going to bat for the market or our guests, you know, like, which all our guests do, but dude, this guy, Nick, is really in the field doing everything that I feel like someone who could speak on the market should be doing. So we're in for a fucking great show tonight.
Right? We met at Pomona, and he kind of said that me and him, it looks like we kind of had
same animals.
We have similarities. Yeah. So.
Well, again, guys, sit tight. Want to remind you that Trap Talk is 7 days a week. All right, Monday through Sunday. Brand new episodes drop out of this network, the only reptile network to give you brand new episodes every day of the week. Damn, that's heavy. And it's been that way for over a year now. So thank you for all the love and support. Wherever you listen to any of these episodes, thank you. Don't forget, audio platforms. Go ballistic. If YouTube isn't your thing, I get it. Go listen to all these episodes on all major audio platforms, and rate, review, and subscribe on those platforms as well. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, ZooMed. Just under 50 years in the industry and leading the industry. Get your next reptile product at ZooMed. Go to their website. Look at all the most recent products in the description below, my favorite being the Slither Sense. Thank you so much, ZooMed, and the entire ZooMed team. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Canova, #1 leader in the ball python game. Hands down, setting the bar day by day. He's my favorite, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I love Mark Bailey. Don't get me wrong, but Canova, if you talk about like the future of what's going on, you got to go check out Canova Reptiles. All right, he's somebody that if you don't know who he is, like, holy God bless, man. This is, go tap in right now. I'm telling you. All right, and then also shout out to Clutch, #1 ball python organization app in the game. Stay organized, stay cutting edge, stay fresh looking with Clutch. Okay, you're going to be building a collection, doing this, adding this to everything else that you're doing will set you apart from the rest. I'm telling you right now, man. So thank you so much, Clutch, the entire Clutch team. Find all the links in the description below. Try Clutch free for 30 days. And also check them out on IG and check them out on YouTube. And then I just mentioned my dog, Mark Bailey Reptiles, 40 plus years, full-time keeper in the game. When it comes to just best of the best, this is the guy right here. All right, man. Shout out to Mark, one of my biggest inspirations, my mentor. He's flying to San Diego soon. Can't wait to see you, Mark. But yeah, check him out on Morph Market. Check out all his top tier productions, his projects, cutting edge stuff coming out of Mark Bailey Reptiles. Thank you so much, Mark, for your support. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by my favorite couple out in Europe, PRAGUE Morphs, Devin and Teresa, who have literally top tier ball python projects. Some of the best quality morphs are being worked over at PRAGUE Morphs. Go to praguemorphs.com, see everything that I'm talking about, and you can follow them on Instagram and subscribe to their YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Devin and Teresa over at PRAGUE Morphs. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Jersey Guys Balls, father-son duo who are not messing around, playing this game the right way. All right, they have some of the best genetics going into their high-end projects. So if you can check out Jersey Guys Balls on Instagram, and they're also on YouTube, okay? And you can also see them vending some of the bigger shows like NARBC Tinley, and they come correct, man. Thank you so much, Brett and John over at Jersey Guys Balls. And then last but not least, shout out to Rare Genetic Inc. If you got a ball python shed, turn it in to RGI. They are slaying the game, all right? And definitely the leader when it comes to ball python sheds. They have other awesome species that you can also get tested as well, like in the Kluber game, and there's boas that they're working with. So thank you so much, Ben and Sean over at RGI. And I lied, that wasn't the last. The last is, of course, the best of the best, Morph Market and Morph Market shipping. Buy your next reptile on the Morph Market platform, okay? see the high quality animals that are being sold on that platform. You can simply ship directly from that platform as well. You talk about simplicity at its finest, and Morph Market has been the industry leader when it comes to a marketplace. So thank you so much to Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. Save tons of money by going through Morph Market Shipping as well, and check out the sales they have currently on all the supplies, shipping supplies. So, all right, that's it. Big E, Top G, you ready for this episode or what? I'm excited.
Yo, one more thing on Clutch.
Sure.
There's something new coming
Tell me.
this summer. He texted me this morning.
So he texts. Okay, hold on. He texted you this morning about something new with Clutch and didn't text me.
Well, I mean, we got into Clutch because I was telling him how much I used it this weekend. But yeah, something new is coming. Fucking dope.
All right, Justin. What's the guy got to do to get updates? Please holler at your boy. Well, that's good to hear. Shout out to Clutch, and Big E uses Clutch. He's the man. So, all right, you ready for this, Big E, or what?
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right, you guys in for a treat, man. Time to be happy about being a part of the ball python game because it's going down. Episode 741. This is New Breed on the Block recap episode because Nick's been on this show before. Big Borg Reptiles coming at you right now. Hit the like button. Let's go. Cheers.
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
And we're live, episode 741. Welcome back, Nick. But welcome to the very first Monday night. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys? I'm a little sad you didn't like the thumbnail because I thought we had a moment in Pomona. We locked eyes. We're all kind of doing
yeah.
our thing. I was like,
Oh,
yeah, he's
wow.
gonna love this. And I hear backstage you didn't care for it. Like,
Damn, I don't know, man. I didn't feel that, but it's okay.
oh man, I had to go put a shirt on. I didn't even have. I thought we were all just coming out shirtless. I had to go run and grab one. Like, man, just really. Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. I'll deal with it.
Emilio said the feeling is not mutual.
No, but I will say we met in
Hey,
Pomona.
but we can come out here and start.
Oh, yeah,
fucking,
we're
like,
flexing.
You know, that's I don't care
No,
what you like, bro. That's your problem. You know.
Okay, well, let's be real. He's happily engaged to a really
Yes,
nice female.
yes.
Yeah. She's amazing. She runs a show over at Morph Market. So shout out to you, Tracy. She thought we were gonna say something bad about her. I told her we didn't. Come on, dude.
He's actually hanging out right here.
Oh, hi,
so-
Tracy. What's going on? I'll call you later. But dude,
I met her at Pomona as well.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, come on, let's be real. Is that the reason why you're sick? I mean, you've been sick for I don't know how many months at this point.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, you, Nick.
Oh,
You're-
dude, I feel like with my work and the snakes and everything, like I just am so like I'm at such a high level all the time that it just when something hits me, it just hits me.
Where's you at?
Going, but yeah, but Pomona, it's you brought up Pomona. I think that's funny because Amelia, that's the first time we've met in person, and I didn't even recognize you. I walked up to your booth because at every show I have a habit. I go around to everybody. I want to see what they have. I want to see what they're priced at. I want to see what they look like.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's good market analysis. But I remember I walked up to your booth. I didn't know who you were, but I'm like, oh, this guy's got nice looking stuff. He's priced good. Oh yeah, he's gonna crush it. This guy's gonna do really well. And then I look up. I'm like, oh, you look familiar. Like, oh, I know who you are. So it's just kind of like, oh, all right.
The dots connected.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I typically get the, oh, you're a lot taller in person.
Oh yeah, no, I did that too.
I'm glad
I
I
was a little guy. You guys are both probably 6
I mean,
inches taller.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. What you just that breakdown that you just did, you've been doing this for a good while. So
Yeah.
what you did was say, okay, this guy's been doing this for a minute, and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right. Pretty much, in
Yeah.
a nicer way.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been in the game, bro?
So
didn't ask you that.
I don't know the exact year. I think it was 2012 or 2013 is when I started buying ball pythons.
Wow.
So it's been a little while.
Yeah.
And then I did what most people do when they start out. I started buying like, oh, sand boas are cool. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. And I had a very eclectic collection at one point. But then just really started focusing more on ball pythons. And just the last few years now, I've kind of gone the other direction. I still have a bunch of ball pythons, but now I have a bunch of different locality boas. I've got Macklot's pythons, ringed pythons, just a lot of really cool stuff. So
and he's bred this stuff, guys. He doesn't just keep it and fucking act like he's that. Like he actually breeds this shit. So
yeah, the last 2 years, both years. So yeah, 2024, I think I did 15 different species between boas and pythons, and then last year I think was another 13. Not 13 new, but 13 total. So
Fucking
I
love
did
it.
pretty well the last couple of years.
Love that shit, bro.
Yeah, it's been exciting. It's been fun. So
Yeah, I really I like the ringed pythons. They're cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Very cool looking.
Yeah, that was one of my because when I first started out, like, yeah, this is what almost 15 years ago. But I got invited. There was a guy in Florida who had this really large collection. He invited me down to manage it for him, and that was one of the things. It was a really funny story because I didn't know what he had. He's just like, hey, I need someone to manage this. Flew me down there, and he's like, don't open these yet. And he pulls out. He has leather arm guards, like full leather arm guards, and he has a face shield. And he's like, put these on first before you open these. I'm like, you have something venomous? Like, what's going on? And so I put him on. He pulls it up, and it's a ringed python. I'm just like, dude, are you serious? Like, is it that big of a deal? Like this mid-sized snake. He was just terrified of them. But for whatever reason, I fell in love with these things. Like I started working with them, so they were always on my list as like just this. Because of that experience, like they were my holy grail of what I want to breed. And so yeah, last year Yeah, last year I had 2 clutches of ringed pythons, and it was just like,
yeah,
like the coming home moment for me on
Very
those.
cool.
So.
and I'm starting to realize how there's levels to the ring python game. Like there's seriously high quality stuff out there. Even some of the stuff that you've made, dude. Like it's fucking awesome looking. And talk about an underworked species. Like, and you know, I get it. You have to have like a personality for the ring pythons. It's almost like you got to be a white python lover.
Yeah.
You got to be okay with the extremeness. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, for sure.
you don't need to go to the hospital for a bite.
No, you definitely don't need leather arm guards and a face shield.
Yeah. All right. So I got a question for you. My first topic, Nick, because one of the biggest reasons I was so happy that you went to Pomona was that post you made. And I don't know if you realize,
dude.
yeah, I don't know if you realize I mean, you've been in the game for a while, so it makes sense that you had that many people hating in the comments. But did you know that? Like, you had that many like, sourpusses that like are pissed off at seeing something good for the hobby. It's kind of strange.
I could not believe, like, it was pure negativity. All I did, well, not all I did. I posted what was probably one of the best turnouts at a show you could possibly imagine, packed shoulder to shoulder as far as the eye can see. Like, could not possibly be better turnout. And every single comment, oh, well, they're probably not buying, though. Oh, well, yeah, that's not indicative of reality. Like, you just think it's good. And I'm like, what are you guys even talking? Somebody even made a YouTube video and a big Facebook post like, oh, the shows are dying. And he was at that show. I'm like, dude, what are you guys out at, like, actually out of your minds? Like, are you just this oblivious? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, there's instances you can look at where you could try to turn them negative, but that one of all things, like this, like, I don't know how many people were there, but I've never seen a show like that before. I've never seen something like that. It was nuts.
Some speculated at 30,000 people.
I would be guessed if it wasn't, or be surprised if it wasn't more. Like, it was nuts.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah, bro, a lot of these people, they're used to going to the little rinky-dink shows.
Yeah.
And
yeah, some of those are, but even some of those are good. There was a little show. I live in Spokane, Washington. There was a little show in Missoula in a gymnasium, and dude, it was packed, like just absolutely packed. Like you couldn't even move through it. And like it's so hot, like But so yeah, of course there's going to be some shows that are bad if you have a bad promoter or it's in a bad area. Like, yeah, of course you're going to have those instances, but that's not representative of the hobby or what's going on. Like,
and guys, as vendors, all we want are fucking foot traffic. Like that's
right.
We're not saying give us people who are for sure buyers. That's our job. Right. We talk to them, you know what I mean? But we need opportunities, and opportunities is foot traffic. Like, I don't understand how people were so like, and the biggest thing that people were talking shit about in the comments was like, oh, a bunch of empty hands. When do you ever see everyone fucking with bags of snakes walking around?
Yeah, I've never been to a show where every single person bought something. Like, that would be amazing. Like, there wouldn't be enough snakes in the world if that happened. Like, just,
did you see how that one shit comment just became like a bushfire? Like, other people started jumping on it.
Yeah, but this is the same issue I have every time I post a ball python. If I just post a ball python, I can put it on my calendar, like on my timer. Within a certain period of time, someone's gonna make a comment about ball pythons are oversaturated and these are overproduced and this is garbage. Like, without fail, it doesn't matter. And the funny thing, like, none of them ever go out of their way when I post something else. When I post a water python or a ring python, none of them are ever on those posts like congratulating me. But they sure go out of their way when I post the ball python, the actual popular species that people buy more than anything else. They'll go out of their way to tell me how horrible that is for whatever reason.
55% of the reptile market. One species.
Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers, but that, like, my experience has been, I will not do expos if I don't have ball pythons, because I know I will not make my money back. If I have ball pythons, I'm going to do well, guaranteed, without question every time. And that's what people don't understand. It's not that I don't breed one clutch of these other species because I only like them a little bit. I only want one clutch. Like, no, if I could sell 20 clutches of them, I would produce 20 clutches. It's because the market doesn't exist for them. The reason I produce 200, 400 ball pythons is because they'll all move. They'll all sell. I know they will. There's no question. The other stuff, 10 or 20 will sell. So it's not the people complaining that the ball pythons are overproduced. Like, they don't understand the market. Like, they don't understand the reason that people are in that market so heavily is because that's where the demand is. Like, it's not our choice as breeders. I mean, it's not, I don't consider it's my choice. I can't single-handedly control what people want to buy. I have to go where demand exists.
Yeah.
So
they just hate them. They hate
right. But it's anything popular, right? Anytime anything is super popular, people just want to see it fail.
And let's look at who's they, okay? Dude, if you go each name by name, these guys don't even keep ball pythons.
Right.
Like, they're just shitting on something that isn't going for good for them. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, that's terrible to be like that.
I've noticed too, a lot of them, if you look, they're people who got into breeding in COVID, failed at it, and got out of it. And now their sole life mission, because they failed, because they couldn't make it work, now their whole life's goal is to convince everyone else, well, it's just not possible. It's not that I failed. It's not that any responsibility falls on me. It's because you can't do it. Like, oh, okay, that's why there's all these people. That's why I know several people who do it.
That sounds exactly like a certain podcaster I know that's somehow lingering still in the cave. Like,
it's really the case, though. Like, if I keep doing, no one can. Like,
but it's so true. Like, let's look at the circumstances of these individuals. They're not happy people. They're not. You know what I mean? And not that every day's happy for us, but we figure it out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not every day's a fucking chippy chipper day, but holy shit, we know what we have and we make the best of it. And for you, right? Like, one thing also, Nick, like, people from your era who don't keep ball pythons obviously don't speak up for the ball python games, but even ones that do kind of stay quiet, like they don't speak you don't have a problem speaking your mind, which is thank God for you, bro, because we don't have enough old school heads that are like, you know, from that era that just let people shit on what we have, and you stand up for it, which is why I was real excited to have you on tonight.
Well, this is the funny, because you mentioned I'm good friends with Ryan Young. We hang out every week. Like, he has some phenomenal ball pythons, but because he's so known for producing all these different species, like I hate to speak for Ryan, but like he can't post his ball pythons that are super cool because people just shit on him when he does. And he's just like, well, what do you guys want from me? He's like, I love my ball pythons. Like, the ball pythons, I wouldn't have anything I have if not for the ball pythons. Like,
you sounded just like him right now.
What's that?
You sounded just like him right now.
Yeah, I listened to him. Like, it's just, but I'm getting to that point too. Like, I'm so tired of every time I post a ball python, someone has shitty things to say. And I'm just like, guys, like, you don't understand. Like, it's what people want to buy. Like, I actually like them. I don't breed them because it's, you know, like, I don't have anything better to do. It's because I can't breed anything else. Like, no, I like them. It's what got me into breeding.
And so let's kind of talk about why you kept the projects you've kept, you know, because I feel like you're very visual, like you're making shit that is appealing to you, which is always an ideal thing. So let's get into that.
So this was an interesting kind of transition, because I've always kind of been in the pet market. I've had some project animals at points, but I've always really liked being in the pet market. But what I noticed in 2023, it was late 2022, I started telling people, like, guys, if there's stuff you really don't like, I would get out of it. I just kind of could see the writing on the wall. 2023, I started noticing first it was just a few people like, I'm going to focus all on recessives. I'm going to focus all on making hets. And then I saw like 10 people say it, 20 people say it, 50 people say it, 100 people say it. Every single comment was, I'm going to get rid of all my pet stuff. I'm going to focus on recessives. I'm going to focus on triple recessives. And I was sitting there looking, I even started responding to people and saying, okay, you guys are all complaining about the market right now. You're all complaining that sales suck. So you're all going to go into the same sector of the market that only appeals to breeders.
Yeah.
So you're hyper focusing on a sector of the market with buyers that don't want to buy, and you're all doing it at the same time. How do you think that's going to work out for you? And so I kind of went the opposite direction. I said, I don't want to make anything not visual. I want everything I make to be pretty. There was also, I brought up small shows in Montana. I went to a really small show in a gymnasium in Montana. There were maybe 10 vendors. I remember walking around, like I said, every show, I walk around, I look at what people have, I look at prices. There was not a single ball python under $400 at a tiny little gym in Montana. And I was like, holy shit, this is bad. Pet people can't buy something if they want to.
Hey, so I mean, let me get in here real quick. You killed all those guys that day, huh?
Oh, dude. It's been that way. Like, that's what I've noticed.
Keeping it real, at a gymnasium, that's not the place for that stuff. I mean,
right.
At a small show, I mean, you know.
There's not, people aren't there looking for a $10,000 project animal. They're not. They're looking for a pretty pet. And that was what I started noticing consistently in the area I'm in, was everyone was so focused on these project animals that, if I'm being honest, I don't think look that nice to an average person. A normal person, like, I started having an issue where I was having people come up and they would ask me, I don't know exactly, like, just as an example, I'd have a pastel pied and a pied right next to each other. And I'd have the pastel pied a little bit more. And they'd say, well, why does this one cost more? And I say, well, it has extra genes in it. Why it doesn't look as good, though? I was like, I actually agree with you. But, you know, from a breeder standpoint, it has to cost more, right? That's what we've always convinced ourselves. It has extra genes. It has to cost more. Mm-hmm. And I finally came to this realization, well, no, it doesn't. It's worth whatever someone's willing to pay. So if people communally all agree that the normal pied looks better than a pastel pied, then the normal pied should cost as much, if not more. And so I started pricing things based on, like, okay, I started noticing it didn't matter if it was an albino pied, a normal pied, a 2-gene pied. I would sell the normal pied at the exact same price before I would sell the other ones. If it had a cool face on it, I would price it more because people thought the cool face was cool. And I would put $50 more on that one. If I thought it was especially nice colored, I would just price it a little higher. But I just started pricing based on, what do I think some random person would pay for this? What would I pay? Yeah, it's pretty. Someone wants something that looks nice.
Yeah.
And so that was where my whole focus started to shift into, I don't care what the market is doing or what the breeder market is doing. I don't care what breeders think things should be worth. I'm going to price them based on what the market is.
But all right, let me push back a little bit. You don't have anything that you're looking forward to hitting for the future at all?
So I actually reduced, this was my plan for the last couple of years because I saw everyone going really hard into breeder animals. I suspected there was going to be a lull in pet level animals, and that worked out well for me. Mm-hmm. But what I have in the works in the background, I have probably 4 different triple recessive projects that I'm building up. I have an ultra clone project where I have probably 15 pieces, like different genes that I'm going to patch back together that I think will look nice. I hope they look nice. If they don't, sucks to be me. But in my head, they look nice. In my head, I think they're going to look really good. So no, I do have projects for sure. that I'm working on.
I think a diverse collection where you have a good percentage of projects, you know, a good percentage of the other animals if you're doing this full time, or if you need to move animals on a necessity basis. You know, some people out there have a job and they just want to work projects. And I mean, you know, whatever they want to do, that's fine. But what you're saying is, yeah, man, right now we're kind of going into, the beautiful stuff is what's moving, you know, and stuff that's not byproduct, stuff that's getting people in the game, right?
Yeah. And I think that was part of where I was like, look, the average person, a triple recessive to them or a triple het to them is just a normal. To an average person, like I started to notice, like I was selling kids like a leopard het ultramel, and it's like they don't care that it's het ultramel, not to a kid, but like to the parent for their kid, you know. But it's like they don't care that it's het ultramel. They don't even know. They just think it looks pretty. And so it's like, well, why not just make an animal that looks even prettier without worrying about the hidden stuff that they couldn't care less about? Like I found myself explaining the genetics and the recessive, the hets to people that could not have cared less that it was carrying them. They were never going to breed. They have zero intention of breeding. They just want it.
And think about like the time I think it's good to give knowledge to these people, but when you're explaining this to somebody that you know damn well is not going to buy the fucking snake, you have other people that could possibly be wanting to buy a snake that you're not even attending to because you're so busy with this one person. And that's why I feel like, don't you guys think it's important to read the show you're vending? Like you got to know what kind of show you're vending. Because again, like, dude, nobody gives a fuck about what the potential breeding possibilities are with the snake when it's their first snake. It's just a pet. You know what I mean?
And I've caught myself too many times where I'm going into an explanation and all of a sudden I have to stop myself. I'm like, this person does not care. Wait, what am I doing? Like, but it's so ingrained in my head as a breeder. Like, well, they're surely gonna breed this. And it's like, no, they're not. They don't want to breed. They don't care. It's not important to them.
And what's crazy is if you even have something like a clown or a normal, they're like, well, why does this thing price $50 and why is it brown? I don't fucking want something brown, and I don't want your poor Sunset going for $50.
Hey,
well,
Nick.
That's a joke.
Hey, Nick, let me get with you on this. Like, bro, if you got a full table of animals, right? Tell me what's the last animal they're gonna look at? It's that brown clown, huh?
Oh yeah, well this is the thing. Like if it doesn't stand out, I'm sorry. Like if it doesn't stand out to the average, like you should be grandma testing. Like I have Tracy. Tracy is my grandma. Like it's rude to say. I don't mean.
She's gonna slap you, bro.
Sorry.
That wasn't me, Tracy. That wasn't me.
Tracy doesn't know ball pythons. She doesn't know anything about them. So every time I have a clutch, I'm like, hey, what do you think about this one? What do you think this is worth? And she's like, $250. And I'm like, that sounds about right. Sure. Well, what do you think about this one? I don't know, maybe $300. And sometimes I'm really offended. Sometimes like, okay, no, that's like a $800 snake. Like you need to mind your business, lady. but yeah, no, she's like, I think it's great to have somebody that's like a pet person that can look at stuff and gauge it for you. So as breeders, like we have this idea in our head that it has to be worth X dollars. And it's only worth what someone's willing to pay. That's just the fact of the matter. And if you get so hung up on it, I'm going to be firm on my price and I'm not going to accept less. Like, that's fine. You can be proud until the grave. But if you never sell that snake, what good does it do you?
And that's what destroyed a lot of COVID breeders. It's like they bought in high, and they expected to sell high, and
completely unwilling to adjust with the market.
Right? They were offended, and it's like, dude, like you can make anything, make it right now. Like, who gives a fuck if your snake's going from $8,000 to $3,000? That's still $3,000. And if you add them up, you could catch up quick. But they saw that drop and they checked out. They said, "Oh, fuck."
People sold stuff at a loss, and Ryan and I have talked about this a lot, where if people buy into a project and it loses value, that's fine. As long as you breed it, you'll get your money back, unless you buy something really stupid. But if you breed it, you'll get your money back, even if you buy it at $8,000 and sell it at $1,000. That's only 8 snakes. Like that's not hard to do, really. If you just breed them out, if they look decent and there's market for them, like they'll go.
Marshall Mendez, go ahead.
They just had no idea. We've been doing this so long, we know what to expect.
I've seen this before. I've seen this out.
It's when you don't want to, and you know what, Nick? A lot of people didn't want to hear it either.
Right.
Yeah. They were like, "Fuck this guy! I don't believe this. Like he's trying to hold me down."
That's what money does to your mentality. Like it fogs it all up, and you're just so pissed off at the money, and that's why it's a dangerous game. Like, dude, I'm not saying don't invest into the high-end stuff, but you better have low expectations and just breed for yourself. As crazy as that sounds,
it should be something you really like, and if it drops in value, that's fine.
Who cares?
It's like when MJ says that the Chondro game is hard, and you're gonna go through your licks. So, okay, okay.
People like they think I'm like trying to bully them out of the Chondro game, and I'm just trying to be fucking 100% front up with you. And again, you don't have to take my advice. You're gonna find out. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I said, it's man, like, and again, dude, ball pythons, I will not lie to you guys, and Amelia knows this. I got into the ball python game thinking, well, it's making money is what I'm trying to do in this game. But at the same time, like, I liked what I worked with. And even though I saw prices do what they did, I still loved what I was producing. And it was enough for me to be like, I want to keep doing this. You know what I mean? But the money, dude, the money ruins everything. It really does.
I think people have their expectation, like, they don't want to have to work. They just want to think that it's this easy thing. If you spend a bunch of money, you're going to make a bunch of money, and it's just not the reality. Like, I think the biggest issue is throughout, like, it was normal when I started. You would buy into a high-end project. You knew the first year you bought into it, the next year it was going to be worth half as much. The year after that, it was going to be half as much, and everyone just knew that was a thing. And then in COVID, everyone bought into these high-end projects. They had no idea. They didn't know, they didn't expect that, because for whatever reason, prices were going up during COVID. They jumped from 2019 to 2020. They jumped from 2020 to 2020.
The demand.
Like, they went, it was insane. Like, that's never happened before. But if that's your norm, if that's your baseline, and you think that's how it is, like, of course you're going to be shocked when all of a sudden you see it reverse, and you're not going to know how to handle that mentally. And
it's sad to say, but a lot of COVID breeders got raped. They got fucking. Oh my God! I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm gonna get flagged for that one. I can't say that, but they got taken advantage of. Because you also saw people knew that this big spike is gonna pop, and they just said, "Oh, like the fucking DG guy who fucking just murdered it." You know what I mean? Like he saw
there were people who knew.
Oh yeah, and again, dude, shout to them. They know the market, but they also just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just unload all this while I can and milk this tit until it fucking taps out."
Well, but the question is, if the demand is there, are they really in the wrong for meeting demand? I would say no. Like, if people are willing to pay that price and people want to buy that many of them, they can sell that. Like, you just have to meet people where the market is. Like, I don't blame those people at all. I think they probably knew, but I don't blame them.
Yeah. What do you guys think about, like, okay, whatever sells on Morph Market auction is kind of what the market value is?
No. I've had this argument with people. I'll let you speak first, but
I really don't know, like, what the truth is behind that. I got to tell you though, every time I do, okay, other than the chondros, but other, going to ball python side of things, I've never been disappointed with the auction. It's always gone more than I wanted to. But then again, we're talking like lower end stuff. Like I have very minimal expectations of what these are going for. And I think that's the place for auctions. If you don't have crazy expectations, you just need to find these a new home. But I was also told by somebody that gives you an idea where people right now value certain projects at by just what they're selling for an auction. And want to get your guys' both. I know Nick, you said what you said, but what do you think about that, Emilio?
I'm tracking the auctions every month. What I would say is it's a forced sale. The stuff on there is some of it's desperation, some of it is saturation of the same projects. Some of it is some people just can't sell an animal. I don't think it's the value per se, but with the amount of auctions out there now, I believe, and the animals that are being posted on there, because there's really good animals now being posted on there. I think it's a mix of both not being the market price and potentially affecting all market prices, unless it's something super fucking rare where there's 20 posted on Morph Market or 5 to 10 posted on Morph Market. That's my assessment.
So I agree with everything you said, but I will add in, I bought and sold video games on eBay for a long time. Like thousands and thousands and thousands of video games, old PlayStation games, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 2, like rare RPGs that were kind of hard to find. I had a business of buying. I basically would go in and look at all the auctions that were running. I would put them all on my watch list. I would bid them up to certain prices because I knew I could relist them at a higher price and make money. So the auctions never reflected the true value. They never, ever reflected. Sometimes they would go really close to the true value. Sometimes they'd go dirt cheap, and I'd be like, oh my God, I just stole that. And then I would turn around and post it for 4 times what I paid. So that's where I come in and I say, okay, based on my experience in other industries with auctions, they have never been a reflection of true value. But what you said, I agree with what you said. Like, sometimes they think that they do trend. I think a big problem, like you said, there are things that there's too many of. There are things that people can't sell, and I think auctions have become an outlet for people who don't know how. They don't know how to sell something.
Or they're lazy.
Right. So this is the thing with the video games is I would see listings where people would post games and they did just a shit job of describing it. Like they didn't take good photos, they didn't do a good description, they didn't say what was included. And I did my homework and like I'd look really close and I'd zoom in and I'd be like, okay, yeah, no, this is good. And I'd buy it. And then I would turn around, I'd take good photos, I'd do good description, I would do very good, like I had a good account with really high rate, 100% rating, and then I could get a higher value for it. So that's where I'm like, okay, like I understand where people come from. I understand, like, yes, it has some effect on the market overall, but I don't think that it's the same market as retail. I really don't. I don't think the people sitting in auctions are looking for a specific animal. I think they're just looking at auctions to see if there's something they want. Versus the retail market where I have a very specific set of genetics and someone's like, oh yeah, that's great. That's what I'm looking for, where they'll reach out and they'll buy it and they'll pay more for it. So I can see both sides of it. I don't think it's completely excluded, but I don't buy that that's the market price. I don't agree.
And I think I am going to, piggyback on that, Nick, because at the end of the day, like some of these people that are purposely at the auctions, again, they don't really care about breeding. They just want a specific cool looking animal. They do enough research where they know what a highway is. They know what an ivory is. They want that specific animal. It's kind of the people that we get at Pomona. They walk up looking for a specific morph that isn't going to break the bank. It's just like a perfect pet morph. And the auction's a great place for that. It's not a place for high-end projects, or it's not a place for potential high-end projects, or like anything you see as an investment should never, ever go to an auction. Ever.
Well, I saw someone produce, and I don't want to call it names, but I saw someone produce. It was the first triple visual recessive of this combo, and they posted it up for like a week, and then immediately dumped it into auction. And I was just like, "What are you doing?" No, literally, no one has this besides you. And the minute you produce it, you dump it into an auction. And of course, they put a price, and that was too. They probably could have got it behind the scenes, but they put it in auction at this too high of a price. No one bid on it, and then immediately now it's not worth that. Now it has to be worth less than that price because everyone saw it in that auction, but no one bid on it. So now you can't get that. But this is where I feel like people really just aren't. They're not using auctions the way that.
Desperation, bro.
Yeah. And they're financially strained, probably. Like that's only something a financially strained person does. Like dude,
it's just not rational.
Dude, you got income tax around the corner or coming right now.
Yeah.
You listen, I'm gonna say what I have to say because I remember this animal. I don't remember what it went for. I know one of my guys in the chat will. I'm looking for a backup to my monsoon exantic project. I look today, I see there's maybe 25 animals, about 10 animals with those genetics, and then maybe monsoon males with extra genetics. There was probably 10. Dude, can you believe that there was a breeder out there that auctioned off a monsoon head exantic male? Tell me why.
Yeah, why? What reason could you possibly?
That made no business sense, no sense at all.
But then anyone watching that project that sees that,
it would have been the only animal available with those genetics on Morph Market. And you had Justin just post a beautiful video with a monsoon exantic.
doing the advertising for you, basically.
Which by the way, in his own poll with 140 voters, it kind of stood up to the triple recessive he hit. Like, guys, like that is dumb fucking business, man.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, dude, how much of the marketing are you even doing with the people? Like that's something you could have easily found behind the scenes as a buyer for. Like if you're talking to the right people, but like you have to connect yourself because other people are going to educate you. Like I want to give some people the benefit of doubt that come in this and they're super busy with life. Yeah, dude, you're going to find some shit the hard way because you're not tapped in. But if you fucking ask and you talk to some of these people who've been around the block, you could avoid situations like this auction situation. All right, you could be saved the embarrassment. That's what it is, dude. It's embarrassing. And people don't forget, like even people who don't even fuck with auctions go look like Emilio. He goes and watches them, like just for entertainment,
just to see what's out there and see what people do.
Yeah, and he's not the only one. I think that's very smart for somebody to be doing that because it gives you an idea where the desperateness is at right now.
And by the way, if I'm not watching, my people are, and they send it to me, and we all have people that are watching. Okay?
That's so true.
That's what I'm saying. Like people are gonna notice. People are gonna see, even if it doesn't sell, even if it doesn't get like people notice what you had it at. People notice that it didn't sell. People like it gets seen.
And you know what? This is not shaming sellers. The auctions have their place, but my God, guys, my God, the only animal.
But I feel like this
with said genetics. God, please.
I feel like this is where, and I don't know I don't know if this guy's been around or if this is a COVID.
I don't know his name. I don't care. It's just.
But I'm just saying, like, I noticed so many people. Like I said, usually it used to be people would work their way up. They would breed pet stuff, and then they would buy something a little bit more expensive. Then they'd buy something a little bit more expensive. And then COVID, all these people got into these super high-end projects they had no reason to be in. They had no ground to be in. They have no reputation. Like you can't sell it. You can't have no reputation or have sold a couple of snakes and then turn around and expect someone to send you 10 grand. Like it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. They're not going to trust you. If anyone else has that animal, they're going to buy from them first because you haven't done the groundwork. You haven't put in the work to build up to be trustworthy.
The only people that I've known that have been able to do that only got the sell because they got it through Justin, or they got it through like that one big person who knew they hit it. And because they put tabs, and then okay, that makes sense. But then again, you do yourself no favors, you know, by just working through Justin or one big person, because at the end of the day, you gotta learn how to fish for yourself. And we talk about this now, dude. It's not the breeding that you should really be concerned with. That's the easy part. Everyone can breed, and that doesn't matter the species other than Boelens. But I'm just saying, like, breed whatever you want, but can you fucking sell it? That's the fucking ticket. Can you sell the thing?
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
especially ball pythons, man. Like that's the only thing that makes ball pythons what it is the selling. Motherfuckers can't sell a snake right now. Not everyone, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, as you know, on the whole spectrum of things, people aren't doing as good as they thought they were gonna do. But that doesn't mean you can't sell it. There's ways around it. And I want to get into that, Nick. How much of the vending side of things have been part of the sales versus online sales?
I just did my numbers and I already forgot. I want to say it was like 35% I did at shows, but I only do like 6 shows. I just do like when I show up, I show up. Like I have really nice stuff. And I've asked Tracy, I'm like, hey, can you go around a show? If I'm not there, I'm like, can you go around a show and just see if like, I want to buy stuff. I do. Like, I want to buy new projects. And every show, I'm like, can you just see if there's something cool that stands out to you? And every single time she's like, you have cooler stuff at home. And I'm just like, that's not what I want to hear. Like, I actually, and I do wholesale too. There's stuff where I just don't have the time. I work full time. And I've seen sent box out and people look at me like, dude, your wholesale looks better than most people's tables. And it's just like, I just feel like people have gotten so far away from just focusing on making things that look nice. And I think that's where they struggle with being able to sell. But the expos, I do well because I show up with pretty things. I do really well with expos. Online, I don't put as much effort in as I should, but usually if I post stuff, I have decent pictures. I feel like I do well there too. Morph Market is my #1 outlet for sales, and then social media I randomly do a decent amount there too. So.
And what's the average for you? You know, vending to online sales. Emilio, you have the Patreon too and the V unit, so I know that helps. But what do you feel like it's been coming through more?
A few years ago, it used to be about online. I would say was about 40%, 50%. I'm probably at 10-15% right now because I'm doing so many shows.
Online?
Shows are a really, really big part of what I'm doing now, and the Patreon.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's
a crazy low amount to do online.
Yeah,
because he doesn't have to.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean, I wish I didn't have to.
No. Listen, I'd rather do some online as well, but it's just I haven't been producing enough animals, and everything is going at the shows. You know. Yeah, that's my thing. Is I hate posting. Like, if I have a show coming up like 2-3 weeks out, I do not want to take photos. I don't want to go through all that hassle. Like, if I know it's going to move, it's just there's no point putting in the work. So, well, in the chat, one of my guys is saying that he got puzzle head sunsets from that same guy in auction. Like another set of animals that
should have never been in an auction.
Okay. But I mean, that's the positive side thing. Like, you know, that dude came up.
He won.
Yeah, people like that coming up. Yeah. And Shane's come up the other day.
Yes.
So that's an inside joke to one of our friends, Krista. We love you, Krista. Okay, but let's talk another category of cells that people could potentially fucking take it to the moon with. I've had this talk a lot with Darian, and he's kind of showing me examples. You know, we all know how people thought about social media in the early 2000s, right? They didn't put too much thought into it. And then sure enough, it turned into what it turned into. Now they're saying the same thing about live cells. I'm going to tell you guys this, okay? We all know when it comes to vending, no matter how many thousands that you could make potentially, it's pretty stressful getting all those animals there, having to deal with people personally, like face to face sometimes that, you know what I mean? Sometimes don't always smell the same, but you deal with a lot, you know, a lot of things could go down. But now we're talking about going online, and I'm going to give one example. Okay. I don't want to say his name, but somebody who's been on this show did 7 hours. Okay. And sold $22,000 fucking dollars. All right. Then another ball python guy, homie of ours, he did 2 hours and sold $3,800 in 2 hours. Okay. Nick, you personally, Emilio, I have to fucking twist his arm more, but Nick, you have the personality for it. Okay. And I don't think you've done a live yet, have you?
I haven't. I thought about doing it. I would have to coordinate it to where Tracy could help me, because there's no way I could run a live by myself, I don't think. So I've thought about it. What's that?
She does enough. Leave her alone.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's already busy. Like, I feel like I don't want to bug her.
Yeah, but you know what? I agree with you, Nick. I feel like for you to focus on what character and charisma, and also the animal and the facts about the animal, you know, how it's eating, the weight, the genetics. I feel like, you do need someone next to you.
Yeah, I think it would break the cadence if I had to every 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, hang on, I'm gonna go grab another snake. I'll be back.
And you'll be calmer. I think you'd be calmer too.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, because it's not all you. Like you kind of would get flustered.
Well, plus comments, like how do you sit there and monitor comments? How do you? I don't know. I think I was
so true. So, and I think both individuals had help. I think they had either somebody like on the phone filming them, looking at comments, or actually handing them snakes. But I feel like, dude, there will become a system where people could do this. And I think this is true, man. Like, if we think about how people already don't like to leave their house as it is, bro,
when this was first a thing, I thought it was really stupid. And like, I've watched some of them, I'm like, this isn't for me. But I've also kind of started to think, if I had the animals for, like, I just don't have the supply right now to do it. I don't even have supply to do a show right now. But if I had enough animals, like if I was in a heavy season and I had 100 animals, 100 ball pythons, like you could have a really good day just sitting there and posting ball pythons or whatever. I think, especially for people that do like spiders, people that do, I think like if I was still doing isopods, I could blow it out with isopods. You just sit there and have these really cool little little bugs and $40 a pop, but you sell 200 of them. Like, that's a good day.
Yeah.
Of just sitting there at home. So I could see the appeal of it for sure. Like, it's not something I think I would sit and watch, but I thought about even doing one and just showing off some animals. Like, because I don't think most people have really ever seen a ring python being handled. I don't think most people have seen hog islands in real life. Like, being able to see a video of them and show them off and be like, yeah, this is a Dunn's python. This is a Mackless python. This is, I think that might be cool. But again, it's being able to sit down and have the time and have somebody to assist. So
what's great about what Morph Market's going to do with the lives, and it's doing, is that the people that are there for fucking reptiles.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Okay. I don't want to be trying to get people that are not into reptiles.
Yeah.
Meaning,
then they're gonna ask questions.
Meaning they're into plants or they're into other shit. Like, I want you to already kind of be into getting a reptile.
Well, because if they're not, they're just going to sit and be in the feed asking nonsense questions that don't even make. What does this eat? Like, what is, like, not asking what size. Like, they legitimately don't know what it eats.
Mm-hmm.
And just having to explain basic. Like, I think that would be tough. Like, I think when they were first announcing it, I was like, guys, this is dumb. But the more I've seen it, I'm like, no, I could see a real market for this. I could see this being a big thing. And yeah, like, I know Darian, he said that the people that get into this early are going to really have an advantage. And I do think that's probably true. People that build up a following now will see benefit from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think just like everything else, some of it will plateau, or like there's so many people doing it. Like, why should we follow you? But when you're one of the very first ones, I don't know.
Well,
like
and I made a comment. It's kind of rude, but I made a post on Facebook a couple of weeks ago. I said, some of you just don't have a personality to be doing these live auctions.
Yeah,
like,
but
it's just the truth, right?
Okay, but if I always talk about and use this as an example, Kabelka, his very first years vlogging, he had no business being in front of a camera. Like, his personality was so square, dude. But
just
now,
really dry, like.
But now, dude, because he knows how important it was to the mission. Like now. Like, look at the guy, dude. Like, he's a pro at it. But you figure it out, I feel like. And I feel like that's what a lot of people are gonna do. They're gonna come out of their shell, and they're gonna see it's not that difficult. It just sounds crazy. And I haven't done one yet, but I definitely am gonna have help when I do it. I think that's gonna make life easier. I was also told, obviously, have everything ready that you want to let go of. Like, have that all set, and it's rapid fire. Like, there shouldn't be no time to like fucking twiddle thumbs and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think every time you have a lapse where people are waiting or you leave the room because you need to go get something, you're gonna
flat out. Yeah, I agree.
Let me say that when I brought up plants, I didn't bring it up because of a competitor, the Morph Market, or anything like that.
Are you sure?
I say that. No. Let me. I know it's funny, but at the same time, let me explain. It's not that. I've been offered to do shows where half of the patrons will be plant people. Guess what? I'm not doing that shit. I'm not playing that game.
Yeah.
So that's why I brought that up. I think the Morph Market lives are gonna be fucking great because it's reptile people.
It already has reptile
people.
Yeah,
my people.
Yeah.
No, that's valid. Like, it is a valid thing at an expo. Like, if half the people they get in don't even care about snakes, well, then why am I spending my time and money?
Yeah, you're working double.
Right. No. For no reason. Yeah.
So, in your case, Nick, like, what do you feel like you have stuff that you feel like you might need to auction or put out at some point? Like, at the end of the day, like, how good are you at keeping up with getting stuff that you don't need out? Like, do you ever get to a point where you're like, shit, I better sell all this shit or something like that?
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I have a couple, I have a handful of people that'll take, like, they know when I want stuff gone, they're ready to take it because they know it'll sell. So I have accounts set up where I just say, hey, I've got 10, 15, 20 snakes. Like, do you want them? And they'll just say, yeah, sure. And I send them. So it just depends. It depends on my workload. Like, I don't produce a lot of things that I don't feel confident I can retail. But there is a certain value threshold. I feel like online, if I get under 150 or 175, 200, as soon as I get under there, I feel like the problems I run into are not worth it. At a show, I would say it's probably 150. If I get under that, it gets to be an issue. When I've auctioned things, if they go for $100, the amount of pain and suffering, I know that's dramatic, but the amount of problems I have to deal with for that $100 is not worth my time. It's just not. I would rather not auction it. I have a guy that runs a pet store, super cool dude. He'll do good. He'll take good care of it. He'll find a good home. That's where I'm taking it. Like, I'll take a haircut before I'll do all the headache. So,
and that's like in almost anything we work with, the lower end part of the things bring the biggest headaches.
It really is. There, I have a value cutoff where I just will not post it. I can't mentally handle it.
And that's why I don't sell yellow neonate chondros. Okay. So, and that's on that. Listen, we got to cut to commercial break. All right. We're going to cut to commercial after that fire bomb that I just dropped right now. Be right back. Check out all the sponsors in the link description below. Be right back. Thanks. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor brought to you by ZooMed.
ZooMed is proud to be supporting the Trap Talk Reptile Network. At ZooMed, reptiles are our passion. For over 48 years, we've been creating premium foods, supplies, and habitats for reptiles and other exotic animals. We're a company made up of hobbyists that test our products on the hundreds of animals that we care for here every single day. Whether you're an established breeder or a first-time hobbyist picking up your first ball python, ZooMed has you covered with everything you need to keep your animals happy and healthy.
I'm excited to talk about this new product with ZooMed called the Slither Sense. It is a remote temperature and humidifying monitoring system, which we all know how important temperature and humidity is to your reptile. And for you to have remote access to your temperature and your humidity in your reptile room could really, really be a game changer for the longevity of you keeping reptiles. So guys, make sure you check out that product. Find the link in the description below. Click on it right now. Give me your feedback in the comments below. Let me know how you're liking a brand new ZooMed product. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that is CLTCH, the #1 organization app in the ball python game today. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Canova Reptiles, the biggest world industry leading ball python company in the hobby, in the industry. So excited to announce this partnership with CLTCH and Canova Reptiles. No name that needs an introduction. As you guys already know, if you're looking to invest with the best, Canova Reptiles is the way to go. And again, if you want to be organized, if you want to be ahead of the game, there's no better organization app in the ball python game than CLTCH. Thank you so much to the entire CLTCH team. Thank you so much, Canova and the entire Canova Reptile team. Please continue to keep doing what you're doing. Nothing but inspiration, nothing but excitement coming from Canova Reptiles and CLTCH. And I'm excited to have more information to announce to you guys here in 2026. Thank you so much, CLTCH and Canova Reptiles. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. If you're in front of the line, cutting edge, high-end ball python projects, you don't want to miss this. Shout out to Teresa and shout out to Devin over at PRAGUE Morphs, the heaviest hitters out of Europe currently in the ball python game. If you're into the double, triple recessives such as puzzle, hypo, and other amazing recessive, incomplete, dominant projects, and make sure you head over to PRAGUE Morphs right now on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube. You can find all the links in the description below, and many more updates with RGI and PRAGUE Morphs to come. So again, thank you so much, Devin and Teresa over at PRAGUE Morphs. Cannot wait for many more collaborations. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that's the one and only Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. One of the biggest exciting things about the reptile hobby over the past couple years is Morph Market Shipping taking everything to the next level. Anything as far as reptile purchasing or selling needs can all be done on Morph Market's website. So I highly suggest you go check it out, especially if you're in the market of purchasing your first, second, or third, or fourth reptile. You can find a bunch of legitimate breeders on Morph Market's platforms. They stand very tall on representing the best breeders we have in the hobby, so don't look anywhere else when it comes to looking for your new reptile. Not to mention, if you're looking for aquatics or your next plant, Morph Market's a spot for you as well. Make sure you head over to morphmarket.com, and the best thing about Morph Market's platform, you could ship directly from their website with Morph Market Shipping. Morph Market Shipping has saved this hobby millions of dollars as a whole. I myself saved thousands with Morph Market Shipping last year due to their insanely cheap rates, so definitely go take advantage of these rates on top of the amazing customer service that comes along with Morph Market Shipping. Shout out to Darian and Zach, and shout out to the entire Morph Market team. So proud to be a part of this team. Thank you so much for Morph Market Shipping and Morph Market. So excited to announce this partnership, and so excited to announce new Morph Market features that are going to be hitting the reptile hobby real soon, like live sales on Morph Market. Thank you so much, Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. All right, we're back. Second half. Hit the like button. And all right, Nick, I think we kind of got down your taste for the current ball pythons you work with. But if there was any one high-end project that you'd be interested in, what would that be? Like what is some of the higher end stuff that you do look at and say, you know what, I'll fuck around with that?
I have a few projects, but they are all brainchilds of Ryan Young, so I can't take credit for any of them. I've got Lav Snow Pied stuff. I've got Ultra Tri stuff. I've got Lav Snow Tri. Ultra Clown Pieds. I've got some decent stuff in the works. And I think kind of the argument that he made, and I thought this was really smart. Again, I can't take credit for this. His argument was if you have a triple recessive, the odds that you're going to hit that triple recessive, you're not going to start with 2, right? You have the pieces. The odds that you're going to actually hit that triple recessive are very low. From a triple het to a triple het, it's 1 in 64, right? You're not going to hit it. But you are going to hit the doubles. You're going to hit the Lav Snows. You're going to hit the Lav Pieds. You're going to hit the Pied Xanthics. So if all of the doubles in that project are also really nice, like that's what you want out of a project. You want every single piece of it to be a winner. You don't want one part of it to be a winner or half of it to be a winner. And I think I actually saw someone make a post. This has been about a year now, but they said, "Oh, I have these 2 different triple recessive projects, but I don't know how to price them. I feel like this one's not as good. This one's better." And someone commented and said, "Well, they should all be priced the same, right? Triple recessives are all triple recessives." And I was like,
No.
"Are they though?"
That's stupid.
That's what I didn't respond, but in my head I'm like, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, right? Because I don't want to talk down any specific project, but I think we can all agree there's certain double recessives that look like shit, and there's certain triple recessives that are going to look like shit, and that's just a fact. Like you're going to do a lot of work to make something that looks like
and worse, like you said, the byproduct's going to be shit too.
Yep. You're going to put in a ton of work and a ton of time to make something that doesn't look nice. And why on earth would someone buy into that?
Yeah. And again, like I'm not against like shooting for the moon with triple het to triple het pairing. God bless you, but God bless all the fucking things you didn't hit. Because even hitting double is not easy. Like
I did the pairing last year. I think I made 2 normals, 2 single visual or 3 single visuals, and 1 double. I got lucky to hit a double. I was just like, okay.
Anytime I go head to head, I'm just looking for the 1 visual, and I would be so happy with that. But then again, it's like when you have a bunch of triple het to triple hets and you don't hit, you got a bunch of shit that's going to be very tough to sell. But you also have like the double visual stuff that you hit. But really, you should hold on to. Like you should. Probably that.
That's all stuff. That's all stuff that I kept. But yeah, I don't think the average person has been breeding long enough to understand how lucky you have to get to breed a triple het pairing and get something that's worth having. Like it is not. I mean, you talk to some of the people that started out with het albinos, just breeding het albinos, and they had to do the pairing 6 times to hit a visual, and that's with 1 recessive, right? And now, like, we're very fortunate now. You can just buy visuals and breed them, and you can make combos. But I don't think the average person understands the. Like I said, if I'm doing the math right, it's 1 in 64 from a triple het on a species that's going to have 6 eggs. That's what 8. I don't know.
So that's something we always talk about as well. They also don't understand that for that triple recessive project, they need to have 10 animals.
Yeah, dude. Right. I mean, oh my God.
I mean,
yeah, that's the truth.
Actually, it might be more because you might need 3 males just in case.
Yep.
Yeah, and people don't see that big picture. They just see Justin posting the animal. And they go, "Oh God, what do I need to make that?" And you go off 1 pair, and guess what? It just doesn't work out.
Well, I've started to realize, even just with the few projects I have, where I have a clutch and I basically have to hold back everything. Like I'm starting to realize that, like with my Ultra Clown project, I'm like, crap, I've held back, like I said, like 10 or 15 just from that one project. And then I have this other one now. I got to hold back everything from that one. I got to hold back. Like you very quickly, like you can't do a ton of different things. So you do have to be very specific. But that also makes me, I don't think people are really thinking about that long term either, is how specific a triple recessive project is. Where if I pick a Lav Snow Pied, the person that's going to buy that project from me has to really like that project, and they have to have the pieces that are so specific to that project, because if they have ultramel stuff, if they've got clown stuff, they can't just plug and play like you can with an incomplete dominant. You can't just take that big banger animal and throw it into stuff, because you're just going to make nonsense normals. You're going to make a bunch of random hets. I think that's where a lot of people haven't really considered the long-term effect of that, where you are going to have a very limited market on the back end of that. So again, I think having pieces that are really pretty makes sense. Like if all of the pieces are good, like you're going to be in good shape, but you're really pigeonholing into a market with any of those. So
What do you think, Big E?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it has to make sense. A triple recessive project, a quad, whatever it may be, a double, whatever you want to do, even with incomplete dominance, the shit has to make sense. It has to check a bunch of different boxes for you. For me, I've always said I want my animals to have a long-term impact on my collection, on my business, because I don't move on from animals quickly. I don't want animals that are going to produce brown snakes. I mean,
why not? They're such in high demand, though.
I mean, I don't want that. So, I mean, that stuff you learn in time. That stuff you learn if you're listening, if you're open to learning from people that have experience. You know, what else can you say?
And where did a lot of the beginning days for you, like where, you know, when you came in and started learning about the projects, like where were you getting the information from, Nick, back in the day? Like what was some of the stuff putting you on back then?
So all I knew, because this was back in Fauna, this was before Morph Market. I think this is before Facebook was even really kind of being used for, but Fauna was the big place, right? That's where everyone was posting, but everyone had their own personal websites. So really all I was doing was going through random people's websites that I found and being like, oh, that looks cool. Oh, that looks cool. And just kind of like, I don't know, like it was a very different world back then. Like we didn't have social media like we do now, where something comes across your feed and you're like, oh my God, that thing's badass. So, but
I got a few questions.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
All right. So first, what's your deal with shed testing, and why do you hate DG?
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Loaded.
I don't know if you want me to get started on shed testing, because I had a recent experience that really made me mad, and I saw who your sponsors are.
No, I don't care. Bro, we don't hold back here.
Okay.
Just be nice, please.
So, okay. So I think shed testing has value for sure. No question it has value. I understand there's people that think it's all a scam. I don't think it's a scam. I think it's legit. I've used it several times. It's always come back what I expect. But I recently produced an animal for my Ultraclon project. It was possible. It's black pastel. The baby's black pastel. It's possible red stripe, possible yellow belly, possible something else. I'm 100% sure it's red stripe. 99% sure it's red stripe. I send it in for a shed test for red stripe just to confirm, just because I'm like, well, it's clearly not black pastel. It's got to be red stripe, but I just want to make sure when I market things that I'm labeling them correctly. It comes back negative. I'm looking at this snake and I'm saying, okay, well, I know it's something. And I messaged out to him and I just said, hey guys, is there any chance that you made a mistake? Because this looks red striped to me and it came back negative. And their response was, well, if it came back positive, it's positive. But if it came back negative, that doesn't mean anything. If it looks like red stripe, it probably still is. And I'm just like, hang on a second. Wait, let me get this straight. So negative doesn't actually mean negative. Then what's the point of the test? And they just basically said, oh, it's an incomplete test. But like nowhere does it say that, right? If you go and you look on their site, you can see like, oh, this is rated B-. It's 80% accurate. Why on earth would I want an 80% accurate shed test? If it's not 99.9% accurate, how is that of value to me? And the biggest issue that I have now is I have a snake that I am very confident is red stripe, but they even told me this might be red stripe, but I have shed tested it negative. If I sell a baby that I label as red stripe, even if I'm visually looking at it and it is red stripe, I sell it to someone, they shed test it. How can I possibly sell it as red stripe when I know if they test it, it's going to be negative? That puts me in a predicament as a breeder. right? Like, how can I possibly do it? If you had, and this is where I come in and I say, okay, let's just say I had an ivory ball python, 0 questions in ivory, and I send it out to shed test and it comes back as negative for yellow belly. Shouldn't be possible, right? But let's just say it is. Can I sell the babies as yellow belly when I know they're going to test negative for yellow belly? I don't know. Like, where do you get into? This is where I feel like the shed testing, some of the shed tests have been released before they're complete. They should not be available. And if they are, there should be very clear indicators that this is not a complete test.
Well, can we break down? And I'm sorry, I'm very wet behind the ears with the percentages and the D. Like somebody shouted at me, Chris. He said red stripe is a D test. What does that mean, Emilio? Can you explain that?
Everyone kind of has the understanding that the red stripe test.
I didn't know. I want to be clear. I had no idea.
We can't trust it now. I'm with you, Nick, that test should probably be pulled.
Yeah.
I agree.
If Justin is not using that test,
don't do it.
And most of us are not using that test, the test should be pulled.
Yeah, and they offer, like, look, to be fair, they offered me a refund, and I said the money's not the issue here. Like, the issue is that you're presenting this test, you're making this test available, and as far as I'm concerned, it's not valid.
Well, it's jeopardizing your you being honest or not. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know it's not just black pastel, but I can't sell it as red stripe because it's going to test negative. It's guaranteed to test negative. So how can I then, as a breeder, where I know it's testing negative, how can I label it as that? I would argue I can't.
So
it puts me in a really bad spot.
This is very juicy. I love it.
No, it made me really mad.
Well, and listen, you definitely have you have a reason to kind of question this, because at the end of the day, not everyone shed tests, but you're trying to do what's right. But then again, now you don't even know what to do with the test you got.
They're also saying Orange Dream.
You all right, Nick? Can you hear? Okay, I'm gonna kick you out.
Noise?
I think it was his connection. He's kind of had some audio issues, but it was kind of doable. Okay. So hopefully that fixes it. But go ahead, Emilio. We'll pick back up.
There's also some Orange Dream issues.
Sorry, I think I lost you guys.
You're good. You can hear us. You can hear us now.
Yeah, good to go.
Okay.
I've heard some rumblings that Orange Dream is not a super accurate as well.
That's another one I tested where I sent in, it was a black pastel yellow belly. I had 2 black pastel yellow belly clowns that were both possible Orange Dream. And I sent them in and they came back negative. And I was like, dude, I don't think that's negative, but I'm not experienced enough with Orange Dream to know for sure.
Well, what's that being rated mean? Can we get to that? Why
319 Monsoon is 98%. I don't know if that's D. I don't think that will be a D.
If it's 98%, that's like A rated, I think.
Okay, so it's a score. It's a score off, like, that's the I guess like the confidence that we have with
the confidence level, basically. Yeah. So if it's A+ rated, then they're like 99.9% confident that it'll be correct. A rated is like 98%.
Which honestly, the last time I think we spoke to Ben, I mean, mistakes are going to be made here and there. I think every test is probably 98%.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I work, well, I haven't been there in a while, but I started my last job in a lab. And like, I'm just going to tell you, like, there's no way anything's ever going to be 100%.
Yeah.
Human error exists. Like, we have to accept human error exists.
Mm-hmm.
But selling something that's 80% accurate.
Yeah, that's low.
Like, that's not even of value in my opinion. Like, that should
100%.
not.
That's fucking low. Yeah.
Shouldn't even be available. It shouldn't even be a thing.
Yeah.
That to me is of no value. And if anything, like I said, now it's devalued my project because now I can't sell it as something that I'm visually seeing.
Yeah, man, that's very interesting. And at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know, like when you see something that you know is obviously in the snake.
Yep.
And you get results. Well, I mean, not only that, and again, no disrespect to RGI, you know, obviously they're a sponsor, but when you get a response saying, hey, it probably is, so just label
I was blown away. I couldn't. I honestly was blown away.
That's fucking brand suicide. Like, you don't, because it's gonna catch wind to us, and then we're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing that for? And you're just like, dude. And again, I'm just using it as an example, but how many people are being told just label it anyways? You're good, trust me. And it's like,
and my response was, okay, what about other people like me that didn't know it was D-rated, that didn't know it's 80% accurate, that just trusted it was legitimate, never reached out to you, and they just never knew. The only reason I knew is because I reached out and said, guys, I'm pretty sure a mistake was made here. But what about all the people that paid? And they're like, oh, we'll refund you. Okay, what about all the other people that didn't reach out to you that got a negative test? Are you going to refund all of them?
Or what about the ones who got back positives and it's negative?
They said, according to them, if it's positive, it's positive. I will give them that. They said if it tests positive, it's positive. You know, removing human error. But yeah, how many people got a negative result? And how many of them did they reach out to and say, hey, we know you got a like, I would have been totally fine if they just added a little asterisk and said your test came back negative, but we're not 100% sure it's negative. It might be positive. This is a work in progress. I would have been fine with that, honestly. But there was nothing said until I directly messaged and said, hey, I think a mistake was made.
Yeah, and I think this can obviously be fixed for the future stuff by being more communicative, like you just said.
Sure.
Like,
yeah,
put something in the notes. Like, listen, this came back negative, but we're unsure. Also, like, we're not. We don't think
just
it's
be honest.
Yeah,
just be honest. And yeah, it's funny you mentioned Orange Dream because I sent in 2 other sheds where I was like, dude, like I don't really work with Orange Dream, but I was like, man, that doesn't look like Black Pastel Yellow Belly Clown. It looks a little different.
Yeah.
And now you say that, I'm like, huh.
I also heard Blackhead. I mean, again, I'm not sure. These are things I've been hearing. So, I mean, that's 3 genes out of all the genes they have. I mean, I'm very happy with shed testing.
Yeah, no, like I said, I've sent in several things that, like, I sent in to test for a gene, and then I tested for, like, 2 others just to verify the test. Like, mentally, it helped, like, because I know the lab errors happen. I want to make sure the correct results are attached, so I always test for something I know is there in addition to something I'm not sure. But, yeah, and in that sense, like, things have for sure been accurate. I have never had a surprise, like, something I knew was there that came back other than the red stripe.
I love shed testing, man. I need it.
Yeah.
I use it. It's super important. But yeah, if a test is not, 98%.
Right. I was gonna say, Biggie, what's the most common stuff you're testing for?
Hets, mainly.
Yeah, but what hets though? Like what are we talking? Monsoon?
Possible hets.
Yeah, but what morph? I meant what morph. I meant what morph. Like what's like? What are we talking?
At this point, if it's an animal that's super important to me, and there's possible hets in there, for me to keep it, I have to test for those hets. I do not want to keep animals anymore that I'm not sure if they're heterozygous or not.
But you're
I'm
also
doing the exact same thing. Like it doesn't like anything het ultra, het pied, like all that stuff I'm testing. Because
I could get away with not testing for het pied most of the time, but. Anything like I have head exanthic stuff, head DG, head exanthic, head DG stuff that I have to test. I have a few of those. I mean, the stuff you pretty much have to. You can't raise an animal these days to adulthood.
Hey, let's get to the desert ghost hating. What the fuck's that about?
I was just gonna say, I don't hate desert ghost. I don't.
Poor thing. By the way, DG's been through enough. Okay, Nick.
Yeah, no, right. No, okay, so one of the nicest snakes I have ever seen was the Pastel Desert Ghost Tri-Stripe. That thing is fucking slick. Like, that thing's nice. But in general, like, I'm sorry, I don't know what projects you have. Do you have Desert Ghost Clown?
Me?
No, Amelia. You do?
I have a substantial group of Desert Ghost Exanthic Clown, yes. Hey, it's okay, brother. I love it. I don't care.
Can I ask you a question then? This is valid then. I'm going to ask you a question. What the most beautiful clown combos that have been produced by Canova, what is like a defining feature of all of them? What's something about them that makes them so phenomenal and stand out?
I mean,
in my opinion,
that has a bunch of different answers though for a lot of different people.
Sure. So for me, this is where I don't like Desert Ghost. For me, it's the color and the contrast. Every single really banger clown combo is because of the color and the contrast. And what does Desert Ghost do? It cleans out contrast and it mutes color, or it amplifies yellow. And so for me, having Desert Ghost in something like that completely takes away. The only reason I would want Desert Ghost in a combo is if I wanted it to be more yellow and more clean. And most things I don't. Like I said, the Pastel Desert Ghost Tri-Stripe, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. But that would be the end project for me. I wouldn't even try to do anything with it. I would just make more of those because it's super pretty. And I'm going to tell you, The Desert Ghost Xanthic Clown's very, very pretty. If I wanted to just make a snake that's pretty, 100%, no question. Very pretty snake.
My love shifted drastically with DG Clown from like really loving it to like, what the fuck just happened? And then I realized what hypo does to DG, and then I fell in love with it all over again. But
Sure.
In my eyes, this is just me. DG is not shit without hypo. It's just very important for the age of the snake, and even like you said, that kind of tint that DG does to a snake with age, which kind of yellows out. Hypo kind of reserves that aging. I feel like, which I feel like that's fine, but for me, there's no DG without hypo in my projects. Like they have to be together. Go ahead, Emilio.
Let me say this: your assessment, Nick, overall is right on.
Oh, you actually agree with me?
To an extent.
Okay, I was gonna say you gotta hate what I said.
No, but I love DG Xanthic Clown. Like that's right
Yeah,
now.
for sure.
That's my first love when it comes to Xanthic combos. You know, True Ghost is number one. Sorry, DG Xanthic Clown's number two. I fucking love that animal. I love it. I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna do lots with it. Now, in my group and in the trap and on the podcast, we have been mentioning that if you're not careful, you're gonna fuck up an Xanthic and you're gonna make it yellow. We've been mentioning that. I'm an Xanthic purist. Okay. Yeah. That's why I love True Ghost so much.
Yeah.
You have to be careful with what you're doing out there. If not, you're going to be one unhappy motherfucker with some of these animals you hit.
Yep.
And you got to be careful with which line you pick too. Just going to say it right now. I think the line of anything, no matter what it is that you're looking at, hypo, Xanthic, DG, the line that you work is so important.
Well, something that I think ball python breeders in general kind of forgot about is line breeding, like quality line breeding. Like everyone was so focused on the morphs, they lost that some of the exact same morphs don't really look that nice. And if you're basing your project on examples that aren't very great, your end result's probably not going to be great. But I'm glad to hear you say that a bit, because I thought you were going to be super offended. But
no. See,
I think the project itself is sound as long as people aren't trying to use it to get to where Canova's at without it. Because I think it's going to look like shit. I think people are going to, in their head, they're going to be like, well, if I add Desert Ghost to this combo that's amazing, it's going to be even more amazing. And you're going to look at them side by side and you're going to go, uh-oh, I just did a lot of work.
Nick,
and the original looked better.
I think Emilio was more offended by this thumbnail, just so you know.
What the fuck? Hey, look.
Oh, Tracy.
I wish I had a lot more hypo right now. I like DG. I like it. I love what it does in certain things.
Yeah.
But, bro, the more you get to know me, I have a ton of projects, bro.
Yeah, he has a lot.
I have a ton of different shit. I don't go one way, bro. I'm not following.
You go both ways, so you do like the thumbnail.
Nah, that's funny. I set myself up for that one, huh? Pause or whatever, or fucking take it back.
Tracy told me I need to come back and have my shirt
whatever,
off. I was like, I can't do it.
The new term is for that. Nah, man, I got a bunch of different projects, and I'm not going in one trip. You know, I'm not going on one road.
Yeah.
I got a lot of different ways.
He plays for multiple teams.
He goes whatever way the wind blows.
So yeah, man.
So open to anything.
Look.
No, but that's smart, right? Like you can't get yourself.
I'm gonna say something where I'm agreeing with you, and some people might get upset. Yo, I don't love DG Pides.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
I've never seen the appeal. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hypopides blow them out of the fucking water 3 times over.
Hypopides are one of the nicest adults I've ever seen. Like really nice quality hypopides are some of the nicest adults I can imagine. They look, in my opinion, I have ultrapide stuff. I think the hypopides like.
Am I gonna hit DG Xanthic Pides? Yes, but DG Pides without the Xanthic kind of ain't doing it for me fully.
I agree with that. I mean, because again, DG Pides, when they were first hitting, they slapped. You know what I mean? But I would have to agree with you, man. That Hypopide superior over that, I feel like.
Well, but have you guys noticed Pides in general have just kind of lost appeal?
Yes.
Because I felt like the last 2 years, I just had to sell a Pied as a Pied, and it didn't. I actually had a guy reach out to me I made a post and I was like, look, you guys, like, if you're not doing well, it's your own fault. You got to figure out what you're doing. I actually had a guy reach out to me. He's like, hey, I feel like I'm taking good photos. I feel like I have nice animals. They just aren't moving. Like, do you mind looking at my store and telling me what you think? And I actually went and looked and I was like, dude, you're honestly not doing anything wrong. You just have a lot of low white pied stuff. And it, like, I hate to say it, but there's nothing you can do. Like, there's just not good demand for them. At least that's been my experience. Like, I had to put pieds out. Like I was saying earlier, it didn't matter if it was a normal pied. It didn't matter if it was albino pied. Like, it was pretty much all the same price.
If it's bright, the low white pieds will do okay. But hey, as a breeder now, when I first got in, I loved highs. But bro, the low whites are my shit now.
Yeah, I agree.
No, they're amazing.
Lows. The highs are just good luck. You're gonna have to fucking pet sell that one for sure.
Yeah. No, that's what I was like, dude. I honestly, your pictures look great. Your animals look great. I like the low whites too, but the market just doesn't seem to support that.
Yeah, it has to be bright to have a good chance. Yeah.
Yep.
But then again, I feel like, kind of like what you said, a pied's gonna sell a lot better than a het or a clown.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Pieds will always sell. This is like, I don't care what happens, a pied's always going to sell.
Yes.
Like, there's never going to be a person that's brand new that's never seen one before that isn't going to be blown away. Like, that's the thing.
Go ahead.
Every show that I have, if I've got a pied on the table, at least 20 people are going to go, oh my God, is it shedding? Is it like, they have no idea what's even going on. It's just so amazing.
I feel like regardless of the show that you're vending, you should have pieds. Like, I feel like pieds is good no matter what the show is. Like, a pied's going to bring people.
Yeah. Hey, no, they always catch attention.
The next couple things I have here. When I say the word ultrasound, what comes to mind?
Okay. You ultrasound, right? You guys both ultrasound?
I have been the last 2 years.
Not me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never the last 2 years, but I did not ultrasound for 18 years.
Yeah. So, okay, do you feel like genuinely it makes you a better breeder?
Genuinely makes me a better breeder? No.
Yeah. So here's the issue I had during COVID is all of these people were telling new people, you have to have an ultrasound to be successful. You have to, if you don't have an ultrasound, you're not going to be successful. You're not going to be a good breeder. And I feel like the only thing an ultrasound does is tells you not to pair a female. I don't know what else it's doing for anyone. I genuinely don't know what it's telling you other than there's nothing you can do. She's not building. Don't pair her. But this is me never having used an ultrasound before, never touched one. I don't know anything. When people talk about millimeters, I have no idea what they're talking about. Yeah. But I see people that have, because I've watched people's videos where they'll pan their room and they have 300 adults. And because I've counted, I stop and I count how many tags they have on tubs and what they have and the ages. And then they pan over to their baby and they've got an incubator. They'll have 300 adults. They'll have an incubator that holds 20 clutches and they'll have a baby rack that holds 100 babies. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, this is someone who uses an ultrasound. How do you have 300 adults to hopefully produce 20 clutches? Because that is insane to me. That is insane to me that you would have that low of a conversion ratio with your animals. Like, I can't imagine cleaning and feeding that many snakes to have that few babies produced.
Well, I mean, how many animals do you have right now?
Ball pythons, just ball pythons. I cut down. I think I only have 25 females. The last 2 years I did 50 females.
What was your peak with them?
You mean clutches?
No, your peak collection size.
Oh, how many I had total? I don't think I've ever had more than like 60 or 70.
Okay.
Females.
I was in that ballpark for a long time with you.
Yeah.
I have noticed that yes, when your collection gets bigger, your conversion rate slightly drops. And
100%. There's no way around that.
I've been told that many times by many people.
Yeah.
Now, that said, my conversion rate with everything that I have to do for my business and the travel and everything, I'm still in the high 70s.
Yeah.
But bro, when I wasn't doing all that and my collection was smaller, I was in the 90s.
Yeah. No, and I fully understand, like 100% understand. The bigger your collection gets, because even me just trying to do all these other species, it's hard. It is hard to keep track of everything. When you only have, that's why when people are like, I only have 10 snakes, I got 10 clutches. It's like, well, yeah, you only have 10 snakes. Like I hope you got 8 or 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So no, I totally get that, and I will never. But it's weird to me when I talk to people and they legitimately have 300, and their percentage is like 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm like, okay, what is what do you really think an ultrasound is doing? Like at a certain point, wouldn't you be like, wouldn't you? You think maybe the ultrasound isn't the magic wand here? Like maybe you have to do something else. Like maybe you should try cycling. You should try food cycling. You should try these other things. Maybe even if she's not building, maybe you just put the male in just for fun. Just for the sake of it.
I feel like you have to stimulate some females to go,
Yeah.
obviously. But you know what I think it is mainly? I think it's time management for some of these guys. Oh, do I put effort into this girl? You know, how much do I want this clutch?
And how quickly can I get this clutch?
Yes.
How fast can I hurry up?
Do I spend resources on her? I mean, listen,
but then
that's what I think.
But then the question is, at the point where you have so many females that you don't even know if you're going to put energy in, why don't you just cut down 25%?
Yeah.
And then put the effort into the remaining 200 of them and have better success. That's where I'm like, isn't there a point where you say, like, it is not even worth it to have this many animals? Like, I don't know. And this is, like I said, I've never been on that high range where I have 300 females. So maybe I don't know. But I just feel like if I have 50 and you have 300, you should be producing more than me.
Yeah, I think
not in like a.
I think it's a good tool. Me and MJ both on the podcast have consistently sent a message out to new keepers and new breeders that they should be learning all the cues.
Yeah.
First. And
100%.
figuring out the process, and visually seeing it. I think an ultrasound's great. I use it now, but I don't need it.
No, it really bothered me that they were pushing, because they made it seem like if you don't have one, you're not good enough. Yeah. And it's like, guys, that is so inappropriate to a newer keeper that maybe honestly can't afford it. Like
that's the stigma with fucking Freedom Breeder and ARS racks. Like, like you got to drop 10K in racks. No, you fucking don't.
No, you don't. They're nice. That's what I have. They're nice.
But when it's your first year, why would you want to invest that much when you don't even know, dude? Because the thing is, like, it's like buying an ARS rack or a Freedom Breeder rack. It's like buying a new car. You're not going to be able to sell that thing for what you paid for, especially with the shipping that you're going to pay for that fucking thing. That's money you're not going to get back. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
When you don't even know, honestly, you don't know in your first year or two if you're going to be successful. Why do you want to dump 10 grand into racks just to hold the snakes? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. You spend all this money on equipment on something that I can promise you can do it without. Like, I did it for a long time. Like, you don't need any of that stuff. You can be successful. It's fine.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the ultrasound, the Freedom Breeder, the ARS rack does not guarantee success either. Yeah. Okay, just because you fucking dumped all that money into a professional setup does not mean you're going to be successful.
Nope.
Just so you know.
There is definitely some market conditioning to the way we expect people to do things. My people, our viewers, we don't really play that like that. I mean,
yeah. I actually had someone make like I said, I just asked, like, I was just trying to have a conversation. It's like, what is the point of an ultrasound? Like, because I genuinely could not understand, like, what is the point of an ultrasound? They're like, oh, you're just too poor to have one. I'm like, Jesus Christ, but that was the attitude for how long? I'm like okay, dude. What?
You degenerate?
Yeah, like okay, dude. Good talk. Thanks.
What I've advocated to people is try to get the best animals you can, for the best projects, stuff that moves you, stuff that makes you happy. If you have PVC, if you have ARS, if you have Freedom Breeder, whatever the hell you have, it's fine. It's gonna work.
I use PVC for forever.
Now, what I say, and when it comes to rodents, I prefer people to use the professional rodent racks.
Oh yeah,
I think that's the best money you could spend.
Oh yes, for sure.
I agree. 100,000.
I think that's different.
Yes. No, I actually agree with you there. They get so nasty so quick.
The peace of mind that you get from those racks is priceless.
If you build them yourself, you're gonna fuck around and find out. And I'm
Oh,
coming
yeah.
from experience. I just found out. I had to hunt down a male rat this fucking big that got out, and we all know once those rats hit the ground, they're fucking wild. They go from being okay, you could touch me to like
full feral. Yeah,
dude. Luckily this fucker. I'm gonna get detailed with this. I don't care. Luckily this fucker got right underneath the insulation where this guy was missing for 2 days. I couldn't find him. Okay, but one night I saw him and his fucking tail was hanging underneath the insulation. Got my nice little Louisville fucking slugger, dude, and I just fucking like, guess what, motherfucker? Good night. Wham! Done, dude.
I don't stress about the mice so much. The rats are the ones.
The rats are terrible. The rats are fucking terrible, bro.
The mice just go feral and build a nest, but the rats will start chewing through everything.
The rats, and they don't leave. Like they specifically stick around. Like they hang out and they don't want to get caught. Yeah. And I don't got time to get fucking attacked by a huge fucking rat, dude. It's not happening. So that's why I keep a couple bats.
That said, there are some ways to do rodent racks better than what most people start with.
Professionally, dude. Don't fuck around.
I started off with rip 2x2. Like it was miserable. It was awful. I had like chicken wire that I tried to put over, and I had this concrete. Dude, it was awful. Like do not recommend.
And then not only that, even if you have professional racks, that doesn't take away from the fucking workload. Okay, like like me and Emilio's talked about it, like where his operation's at a full on day. He's fucking really taking care of that.
Yeah,
shit. You know what I mean?
5 hours.
Yep.
5 hours in one spot. Yeah.
The problem is though, if you have even a moderate amount of snake production, you basically have to breed your own. You have to have the babies. You have to have the access to live. At least I think so. Like I can't imagine having a season where I don't have access to live. Like I switch things to frozen, but getting stuff started without live, I don't know if I could do it.
And obviously there's every horror story we're saying about breeding rats. We do it because we, in a sense, have to. Like having access to a live whenever you need it. I mean, we all have that one snake that's fucking being a dick, and then all of a sudden it looks hungry, and you don't need to wait for that next week order. You can just go run and get that rat and fucking feed it right now. You know what I mean? But again, it's like luxurious when you have it like that. It really is, and it's terrible when you don't have it like that. You rely on people.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Dude, you know what I mean?
Actually had an issue out here where I had someone that was, they were my rodent supplier, but as like it started getting to the point where every week I kept telling them, if you don't have them, just tell me. Right. It was like every week I'd show up and they'd be 20 short, and then they're 40 short, and then they're sitting and just like, guys, like, you can't rely on people.
Yeah, for me, my guy that I was consistently getting it from, like all my smalls turned into fucking wean rats, and I'm like,
that too. The size creep.
This is a 40 gram. Yeah, I'm paying small prices on something wean, but they're like, this is what we got. I'm like, you're robbing me.
Yep.
But you don't have a choice.
That's not every rodent breeder, but I just feel like it's more common than not, where you just start to see that fall off. And I found a lot of work. Like it sucks.
Well, and I found out with them, they got smashed by the heat wave that we got, and all their shit died. And so, and that's also something you have to consider going through. Somebody, they might go through something crazy, and you're fucked for a little bit, But again, like, that's as much as I could talk shit about breeding rats, I'm so thankful. Like when my rat chore is done, when I finally sweep that last fucking thing of dust and I fucking wash my face off, I go look and I'm so happy. I'm just like, oh my God. All right, we're good for 2 days and then we're back to fucking hell again. Because it's that quick, dude. Like they go from like, all right, I can manage this to like, I can't walk in there right now. Like what the fuck?
And I've full blown, like I will not go in there without a mask now. Cause I just think about the amount of like vapor and the amount of dust and stuff, like how bad that has to be for your lungs. Like I could go in there without, I'm allergic, but that's beside the point. If I touch the rats, I break out in hives. Like it's that bad.
That's terrible.
No, I agree.
Wait, hold on. No, if you're allergic, that's bad, Nick. You shouldn't be going negative.
You gotta have those rats.
It buffs out.
You gotta have rats, whatever.
What are you gonna say, Emilio?
No, I agree. I believe that prolonged exposure to that much ammonia,
dude, it can't be
and
good
dust
for you.
is really, really, really bad for you.
There's only so much your body can do.
I wear a mask, but let me tell you, like I'm telling you straight up, my operation, I'm gonna be looking at maybe downsizing it a bit. Yeah, just because of that.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, it's nasty. Like I get on Ryan all the time. I'm like, dude, you should wear something. Like, cause it would just take full faces of dust. Like,
I mean, yeah,
dude,
bro.
that's
Hey,
not
I
good.
don't play that shit, bro. I don't play
Eyes,
that shit.
bro. Like I'm worried about my eyes. Like I get shit in my eyes, and I'm like, fuck, that's it, dude. I'm gonna die.
This nasty rat stink in
I
your
go
eye.
watch my face out screaming like son of a bitch, you know, because you're working so fast. Some of that shit kicks up, and I've literally gotten shit in my eyes before.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand. Your body sends you a bunch of cues, right? If you're sneezing a bunch of times after your rodent room, you should be wearing a fucking mask.
Yeah.
If you feel a slight inflammation, anything like that, you should be.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be paying attention to those things, you know.
Fuck, I gotta get more masks. I'm all scared. Crazy. I just get all fucking hot and bothered and sweaty, and like I tried having a mask with glasses, and my glasses would get all fogged up.
Bro, it's going in. Trust.
That's why I feel like the only way you can pull that off is you have that full fucking hazmat suit on, like it's fully fucking geared up. But then, like, how are you gonna do that in 80-degree weather? You're gonna fucking die. But that's why some of these real deal rodent, again, like just talking about the fucking the racks, the instant, like the exhaust system, like having legit fucking something to take all the air out and give you fresh air in. I mean, that's what a lot of these real deal fucking rodent producers are doing. Because, you know, especially at that scale, you can't get away with the smell unless you have something like that.
When we've talked about too, because the AC units get so much buildup on them that they just shit out after a year. We've talked about every winter we should just buy up every used AC unit we can find, just because you know people will be dumping them in the middle of winter, and then when summer hits, if they shit out, we've got them ready to go. So,
dude, I found one that's lasted me a full year.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Just like cranking along, filled with rat pee. And,
he has to kick it every now and again, but it still works.
Yeah.
Nah, it's good. It's
bad. It's crazy how fast rodent rooms just destroy AC units.
Yeah.
All right. So my topic for you right now, Nick, obviously you being in as long as you have, but when people are listening to us right now, like what do you feel like the most important thing to invest in is? Like, if you want to do this for the long run and you want to grow your collection, like, should it be the animal that should be the first big investment, or should it be, okay, I want to do this, let me get a Freedom Breeder rack or an ARS rack, or build a rack, or build a room to fill racks in, or stuff like that? Like, what?
I don't think it's any of that, honestly. I would argue the best investment you can make is in yourself and promoting yourself and getting things that you enjoy, spending time on social media, promoting the things that you enjoy. I think that has more value than any rack system you're going to get, than any super expensive. I talked about this earlier. If you just get expensive animals and you don't have a ground, a base for selling those, you're screwed. You're never going to make it. So just getting stuff that's pretty, putting effort into yourself, into your business, into your image, I think that carries the most weight, in my opinion.
And you know, it's crazy you said that. That's one of the last things people look into. Like, people put everything else into everything else, and then they go, "Oh, well, now I better create a logo." Yeah. Like, now I better get some. I'm not even saying
make a logo. Like, I would say I get significantly less business from my business than I do just from my personal page. Like, I very rarely even post on my business pages anymore, because people just know me as a person. Like, I think that I have more value than my business itself. Did that sound arrogant? I hope not. I don't know. I don't know how else to phrase it, but I just feel like I've put enough effort into being myself, being honest, like, people know they can trust me. Like, that has more value than any logo, than any business name, than anything else.
What do you think of that, Emilio? That's
long-term relationships and having an impact out on social media, being a real guy, real cool guy, talks to people, pushes himself out there, promotes himself.
Hey, here's a real take. If whoever you're listening to out there is telling you to fucking go with an AI logo, they are not rooting for you. They are not looking after your best interest, because there's nothing more pathetic than the same snake AI on every fucking logo.
Bad. And it's so obvious as soon as you see it.
It's so cringy, bro. I'm so sorry. And I don't give a fuck who's offended. You need to listen to this. AI Fucking logos are so L7 weenie fucking lazy. It's not it, dude. It really isn't. Just so if anyone out there needs this message, here's your message. AI logos are fucking shit.
Yeah, you're better off having no logo. Just
Dude,
have your kid draw one.
Go
That'll
back to
get
your
way more appeal.
Go back to your fucking profile pic. I'm telling you right now, it's not it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Milo. Did that topic make you tired right now?
No,
Like,
no. Not at
I'm
all.
on a good one. He's fucking going to bed, dude.
Nah, man. Nah, bro. I had a rough night. But I'm good. I'm here. I'm 100%.
But okay, am I tripping though, guys? Like, doesn't that kind of paint a picture of like how much effort are you really putting into how you brand yourself when you're using the same cookie cutout fucking AI logo that everyone else is using?
I think it's super like I agree it's cringy. Like every time I see him, I'm like, guys, come on, man. Come on. Like I said, you would be better off just doing like there was a guy in when I used to live in Reno, I'd been some shows in California. His kid drew like a cute little picture of a worm or something, and that was his logo. But it was cute, like it was funny, like it's his logo. Like dude, that to me is more endearing. That's more. It might not look super professional, but that's gonna have more of an impact than an AI one.
But I'm just saying, dude, like in a world like today, you need to show effort, you know, like you got to show that you are investing enough to stand out from the rest. And it's not hard to tell who those are and who isn't those type of people. That's all. And again, if it's a brand, you should really consider branding yourself the right way. You know what I mean? And not the lazy way, because people will fucking pay attention to that. That's all.
Hey Nick, I bet you saw a lot of snakes to guys after you put that picture, dog, on Facebook.
Whoa.
They're all yeah, you think so? They're all gonna come they're gonna want my snake.
Nah, I'm playing. Nah. Hey, I had to say that, bro. That's just funny, man.
Sometimes I get in trouble for posting things. I'm like, all right, we'll take it down. Yeah. Sometimes they say.
Trust me,
but the reason I brought that up is because when you take care of yourself, and I mean, I don't know, you're a good-looking guy, right? You know, they try to say, oh, his success, it's because he's a good-looking guy. I find that
I don't think that's my problem. But
who's saying this?
I'm gonna say it. I thought that
shit. Hey, I've been told
Miami
that shit.
thing.
Someone that's kind of not doing as good as they're used to. Oh yeah, bro. You're the good-looking guy everyone wants to buy from. I'm like, God.
Yeah.
Okay, but I will say, like, if you walk up to somebody's booth and they're dressed super sloppy and they've got a scraggly beard and they haven't taken care of themselves, like you do feel a way about that subconsciously, right? Yes. Like you do think about that a certain way. And it's not necessarily a matter of attractiveness. It's a matter of if you don't put any care into your personal image, that probably translates into other aspects of your life. So I do think that there is some aspect of that.
I'm with you there, bro. I'm with you there, but I'm gonna tell you, a guy like Jay-Z is an ugly motherfucker, bro. and he does it. So
that's true.
He's got everything else.
Is valid.
But what I'm saying is that
he's got a lot more money than me.
You don't gotta be good looking, bro. Like this dude looks like the Predator. And he's got Beyonce, you know? So,
no, this is valid. This is valid.
You said the Predator, not a Predator, right? Like
the Predator.
Yeah, things have gotten wild lately.
I'm pretty sure he's in the files. Okay,
so you didn't see that 50 Cent meme that he put him as the Predator, bro?
No. I know, but have you seen him go in on T.I. and his wife right now? Oh
yo, hey, I have to say that lady's fucking ugly, bro.
Oh, dude, fucked up, bro. That's wrong.
I haven't even seen her. I don't even know.
And then the poor kid, bro. Holy crap,
he's ugly too. Fuck.
Oh man.
You're just not holding back. You're just going in,
bro. I mean,
everybody's ugly. I hate them all.
I mean, if that kid is the definition of ugly.
Oh,
bro, God bless him.
Yeah,
but it doesn't help that he acts all gangster, like he's
bro.
Like that's what makes him really ugly. Is like this dude tries to act like thug life,
yeah,
like,
bro.
And he's a little fucking privileged kid.
Hey, at the end of the day, they're going at 50 because they want a versus. Like, go home, go somewhere, bro. That ain't happening, dude. So whatever.
All right, wrap up topic of the episode. I'll go first, and then Emilio. But okay, at the end of the day, Nick, where do you feel like things are headed for the ball python game in the next 5 years? And also, like the drama we've seen over the last couple years.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that is even going to chill out as well, or do you feel like we're always going to have that amount? Like we're always going to have those sticking around?
I remember because when I got in was right after the banana crash, and it was the exact same sentiment. Like, hey, you couldn't post anything on Fauna without people talking about ball pythons are dead. No one's ever going to want a ball python. And mind you, this is 13, 14 years ago, and here we are. But so I think it's going to phase out. I actually have reduced my pet projects pretty significantly, and am raising up project animals because I think what we're going to see, probably not this year or next year, but in 2 or 3 years, I think we're going to start to see a swing back into projects. I'm pretty confident that. I could be wrong, but I think we're going to shift back into people starting off small, building up, wanting to buy into building blocks, and at that point, a lot of breeders will have dropped off because they don't have the attrition for it. They can't keep up that long. So that's my game plan anyway. So.
And what about the drama side of things?
The drama's never going to go away. I think it'll tamper down. Like we talked about, everyone got so burnt. So many people got so burnt. They hated to see everyone be so successful that they're reveling in their failure now. They really like to kick people when they're down. But that's going to last for another year or two, and then that'll phase out too. Because it's not going to be like it is now.
Because those people are going to eventually, I hope so, look in the mirror and be like, God damn, this isn't kind of bringing me the attention I thought it was going to bring, you know? And guess what? Like the little miserable support that they have does not last forever. Some of those people become unmiserable and they go, fuck this. Why am I even a part of this? And they end up leaving. And I hope that for everybody. I hope anyone who's stuck in a bad place, I hope you get out of that bad place and you go be happy. Because I think happy is a lot better than being a miserable fuck.
Whatever you're doing.
Yeah, no shit. But Biggie, what's your wrap-up question for Nick?
You took mine, so I got a new one. What I would say is that, you've been in this game a long time. When you see misrepresentation, people acting like there's something they're not, those that are hauling ass, wanting to be the next Justin, wanting, saying that they could visually see things that they cannot see. What do you think of that guy?
Of that guy?
No,
there's nobody specific.
No, there's no.
Who are we talking about,
dude?
No,
but I think
not. It's not one person. It's
I know.
They come in here and they look at something and they think they have the right, with zero experience, to tell you, oh man, I could see that's Het Monsoon.
Yeah, and I don't think that's new. That's not new either. I see that, dude. There's one guy that does that in the Morph Market group all the time. I'm like, dude, I've asked him a couple of times. I was like, if I sat down and I had 100 normals and I put them in front of you, how much money would you bet that you can pick out which ones are which? And I know it's zero, right? They can't. You can't realistically do that. But it's like, am I going to really invest if somebody's that confident, I'm going to let them find out the hard way. Because look, I'll be honest with you. When gravels were first coming out, I was very convinced. I could tell gravel and yellow belly apart. And maybe people can now, but I thought for sure I could. And so I bought a few, and I can't tell them apart. Let me just tell you, I raised them up, I bred them, I was wrong. So I think that it's normal for people when they're inexperienced to feel like they know things because they don't have the experience to know that they don't. I don't know if that made sense, but once you learn more, you learn how little you actually know. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It doesn't really bug me that much. I kind of ignore it. You're not gonna convince them they're wrong, right? There's nothing you can say to convince them. You can show them evidence. They're just gonna tell you you're wrong.
I just think people should do their time and learn, and because you're setting yourself to fail in many ways like that.
And sometimes you have to let them. Sometimes they have to fail.
No, I was going to say, some people learn better that way. And it's sad to say, but dude, that's kind of how this works. You're better off just fucking slowing down and doing research, and listening to people.
Talking to people, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes excitement has a lot to do with everything sometimes, and people feel, and that's what's the hard thing about ball pythons is people get confidence really quick, and then they think they're figuring out shit that no one else figured out, and it's like, well, buddy, no, that's not the case. Okay, we already know Skele's head does not work out.
Well, and you're right. It is a big part of it is excitement. They get so riled up and so into it that they're just convinced, like, oh my god, and they think they solved this mystery that no one else has been able to do for 25 years. It's like, guys, like, we've done all of that already. Trust me. And not me. I haven't been around for 25, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who have been doing this a long time. Like, they've already done all this work.
Yeah. So. And again, it's like, dude, I know it's a lot easier said than done, but you're better off just listening, man.
Yeah.
Especially if someone's willing to help you too.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, dude, not everyone. I'm not joking. Not everyone is going to look after your best interests. This is a competitive fucking game, dude. Like, and again, you just got to fucking tread carefully. You know what I mean?
But I'll say my biggest experience has been people ask me for advice, and I tell them, and then they just assume I'm wrong. And I don't know why. I don't know why they even bother asking me. I always try to help people when they ask. And the number of people that listen is, I can count on one hand.
They don't want to hear it.
They just, they don't want to accept that they're doing something. But they asked. And I'm just like, why did you ask me then? So, but it's fine. It's good.
I'm trying to learn that now. Like, you're better off just being the nicer person and knowing that they're probably not going to listen. But you know what I mean?
It doesn't hurt anything to try. Like, at least I know I did. I tried to help you. I gave you my advice. If you want to ignore it, keep doing what you're doing. If it's not working, but keep doing it, I guess.
Yep.
And I'm working hard at just taking a page out of the fucking book I just said right now. I just read about a book I don't even read, but I'm working on it. Okay, like day by day, man. Emilio, do you have hot seat questions for Nick before we let him go? Yeah. All right, Nick.
Like no pressure, but all
right.
Emilio's gonna hit you with some hot seat questions. Good luck, buddy.
This is
all right.
I came up with this. This is a drink champ style. You got to pick one or the other, right? Pied or clown?
Pied.
This one's hard for you. Lavender or ultra?
Ooh, that is hard. Oh my god. Ultra.
I know you said you really like this animal, but I really like the other animal. Pastel DG tri-stripe or ultramel tri-stripe?
Oh, I have both. Well, no, I don't have both. I have the ultra tri. No, pastel. The one I don't have, pastel does go tri-stripe. No question. That thing is phenomenal.
GHI or leopard?
Wow, GHI. Come on.
No, I think that's right. GHI.
I can do that.
Impact the last 5 to 7 years. The biggest impact.
In general?
No. Wait. Pied or banana? Biggest impact the last 5 to 7 years.
Oh, banana.
See this guy knows what he's talking about. That's all I got.
Damn, I don't think I've ever heard like such low grade questions coming from you.
I gave him low grade answers.
Listen.
I just meant the more he said were so like he normally talks about Xantic, DG.
No.
Do you know why?
Let me explain. This is, and there's nothing wrong with this. This is his wheelhouse.
I get it.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, he asked me like, what are morphs? And these were like, I told him, dude, you're gonna hate me because I'm so basic. You're gonna hate me. It's like, what's your favorite morphs? Leopard, GHI. Like,
that's fine.
I'm just saying this is the most softball hot seat questions Emilio's ever done on fucking history in Trap Town.
I'll take it.
He hooked you up big time because normally my head's spinning when he's fucking just.
Hey, hold on, Nick. I feel like if I would have done what I usually do with others, I think all our heads would be spinning. and then you'd probably be like, man, this fucking guy, look at what he did to me. You know what I mean?
Just trying to embarrass me.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you kept it real, and this is what it is, and there's nothing wrong with this side of the game. It gets, honestly, bro, the pet side gets attacked a lot. Like, anyone could do that. Yeah, motherfucker, sell some snakes. Anyone could do that.
Yeah,
Go
sure.
sell some snakes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know,
Well, with that said, man, this was a great episode,
Yeah.
Nick. Before we do let you go, man, what's a message you have for anyone out there who's been following you for a while? They don't know what to feel right now. They're just unsure. What's your message for anyone out there who's just on the fence with the ball python market?
Yeah, so I guess for people that listen to me, don't take everything I say super seriously. I like to poke fun sometimes, but I really do think that if you're into ball pythons and it's something you're genuinely interested in, when I started off, everyone was saying how bad it was, how it was dead. I was never going to come around. And boy, here we are. How many years later, it's still trucking along. So don't let people get to you. It's easier said than done, but don't let people who are negative get to your positivity. I think that's the key takeaway.
And Nick, if you really weren't enjoying ball pythons, you simply wouldn't be keeping them. Like you would not be in a part of your mix that you have going on.
Yeah,
you
I have plenty of other stuff that if I didn't like the ball pythons, they'd be gone.
There it is, man.
So.
All right, Nick, where can people follow you or hit you up at?
Yeah, either my personal page or Big Borg Reptiles on Instagram or Facebook still.
All right, you find the links in the description below. Go give him hit him up and give it up. It's Rapper Dummy Nick, ladies and gentlemen. Tracy, all right. Yeah.
hey, great to get to know you, bro.
Yeah, you too. Appreciate you guys.
Great show, man. Have a good night, guys. Thank you. That was great.
It's awesome, bro.
Yeah. It's crazy though. Like, as far as like, how much this dude knows his shit, you can't take that away from him.
Yeah. He's been through many, I've said it. We've been through many iterations of the market, back and forth, wherever it's going, we've been through it. So, I mean, that brings knowledge over, it comes over time. So,
and again, man, sorry if I offended any AI logo users out there and any Jay-Z lovers out there. If we fucking happen to offend you, we're, just don't, like Nick said, don't take everything we say that serious. But I'm kind of serious about the AI shit, dude. If you want MJ's take on what I look at, that if you give a fuck, I'm telling you right now, like, look, I see that as laziness, just so you know. If you care. If you don't care, then fuck it. Rock it. Do what you think. Don't give me a sticker. That's all I ask.
Jay-Z's a billionaire. He doesn't care. He's ugly. He knows it.
Big E Top G, Villarino Reptiles. Go subscribe to the V Unit. Join his Patreon. That's my dog. Amelia, I appreciate you so much. Give it up.
All right, man.
For Big E Top G.
Had a great night. All right, guys.
Have a good night, man. Appreciate it. Oh, man, that was great. I feel great. If you enjoyed this episode, if this was your first time listening, if you're not already, subscribe. Please. I'm on my way to 15,000 subscribers now, so I really appreciate all the organic support out there. Really means a lot. If you want exclusive content, come join the Trap Talk Patreon family, connect to the Discord. Awesome Instagram group chat that is popping 24/7. And yeah, man, Trap Fest 2026, all lined up, ready to go, man. So find all information in the Patreon page. And again, thank you to all the love and support out there. Your comments are people in the live chats are great. That's all we have on this episode. Find all the information, all my sponsors in the description below. I'll catch you here on Thursday, and I'm out. Cheers. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out tonight's sponsor, and that is Jersey Guys Balls, father-son duo who are just slaying it in the ball python game. If you're into Sunset, if you're into Monsoon, if you're into Puzzle, this is the page you should be following on Instagram right now. Jersey Guys Balls are invested in some of the highest and most exciting projects in the ball python game today, such as Tornado and many other genes like Cosmos. So again, make sure you go check them out on Instagram. You can also follow them on YouTube, and definitely go give them a follow on Morph Market. You can find all the links in the description below. And again, thank you so much, Brett, and thank you, John, over at Jersey Guys Balls. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that is CLTCH, the #1 organization app in the ball python game today. Also, tonight's episode is brought to you by Canova Reptiles, the biggest world industry leading ball python company in the hobby, in the industry. So excited to announce this partnership with CLTCH and Canova Reptiles. No name that needs an introduction. As you guys already know, if you're looking to invest with the best, Canova Reptiles is the way to go. And again, if you want to be organized, if you want to be ahead of the game, there's no better organization app in the ball python game than CLTCH. Thank you so much to the entire CLTCH team. Thank you so much, Canova and the entire Canova Reptile team. Please continue to keep doing what you're doing. Nothing but inspiration, nothing but excitement coming from Canova Reptiles and CLTCH. And I'm excited to have more information to announce to you guys here in 2026. Thank you so much, CLTCH and Canova Reptiles. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor brought to you by ZooMed.
ZooMed is proud to be supporting the Trap Talk Reptile Network. At ZooMed, reptiles are our passion. For over 48 years, we've been creating premium foods, supplies, and habitats for reptiles and other exotic animals. We're a company made up of hobbyists that test our products on the hundreds of animals that we care for here every single day. Whether you're an established breeder or a first-time hobbyist picking up your first ball python, ZooMed has you covered with everything you need to keep your animals happy and healthy.
I'm excited to talk about this new product with ZooMed called the Slither Sense. It is a remote temperature and humidifying monitoring system, which we all know how important temperature and humidity is to your reptile. And for you to have remote access to your temperature and your humidity in your reptile room could really, really be a game changer for the longevity of you keeping reptiles. So guys, make sure you check out that product. Find the link in the description below. Click on it right now. Give me your feedback in the comments below. Let me know how you're liking a brand new ZooMed product. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. If you're in front of the line, cutting edge, high-end ball python projects, you don't want to miss this. Shout out to Teresa and shout out to Devin over at PRAGUE Morphs, the heaviest hitters out of Europe, currently in the ball python game. If you're into the double, triple recessives such as puzzle, hypo, and other amazing recessive, incomplete, dominant projects, then make sure you head over to PRAGUE Morphs right now on Instagram. Check them out on YouTube. You can find all the links in the description below and many more updates with RGI and PRAGUE Morphs to come. So again, thank you so much, Devin and Teresa over at PRAGUE Morphs. Cannot wait for many more collaborations. Sorry for the interruption, folks, but a quick word from our sponsors. Shout out to tonight's sponsor, and that's the one and only Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. One of the biggest exciting things about the reptile hobby over the past couple years is Morph Market Shipping taking everything to the next level. Anything as far as reptile purchasing or selling needs can all be done on Morph Market's website. So I highly suggest you go check it out, especially if you're in the market of purchasing your first, second, or third, or fourth reptile. You can find a bunch of legitimate breeders on Morph Market's platforms. They stand very tall on representing the best breeders we have in the hobby, so don't look anywhere else when it comes to looking for your new reptile. Not to mention, if you're looking for aquatics or your next plant, Morph Market's a spot for you as well. Make sure you head over to morphmarket.com, and the best thing about Morph Market's platform, you could ship directly from their website with Morph Market Shipping. Morph Market Shipping has saved this hobby millions of dollars as a whole. I myself saved thousands with Morph Market Shipping last year due to their insanely cheap rates, so definitely go take advantage of these rates on top of the amazing customer service that comes along with Morph Market Shipping. Shout out to Darian and Zach, and shout out to the entire Morph Market team. So proud to be a part of this team. Thank you so much for Morph Market Shipping and Morph Market. So excited to announce this partnership and so excited to announce new Morph Market features that are going to be hitting the reptile hobby real soon, like live sales on Morph Market. Thank you so much, Morph Market and Morph Market Shipping. Thank you for all the fellow support. Thank you so much for anyone who watches the Trap Talk Reptile Network. Hit that like button. If you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, you'll be notified of every new episode dropping here out of the network 7 days a week. And also by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, it pushes this network out to other new keepers coming into the hobby. So by you doing that, it does more than you think. So thank you so much again for all the support. And if you're not already a subscriber, please hit